Tonight's broadcast is about to begin. Thank you for joining us on Cedar Creek Media.
This is JD Bird. You are listening to Mabank Sports here on Cedar Creek Media.
It's showtime!
Hello, everybody, and welcome into another edition of Mabank Athletics right here on the Mabank Athletics YouTube page presented by Cedar Creek Media. Hello, everybody. I am Taylor Honey.
And I'm JD Bird.
And we are Cedar Creek Media, and we are so happy to have you here on Senior Night, JD. It is the last home game of the football season this year, and we are honoring the senior class, the class of 2025 here tonight. Matter of fact, as you see, they're doing the senior walk presentation here right now. Or I guess it's not the senior walk. That's towards graduation, but the football walk, the football field walk, whatever it's, I guess I can't think of a traditional name here, but the walk that they do across the football field. Let's get off the topic. But anyway, JD, we've got a jam-packed beginning of the game here. Of course, we always go hanging with Hudson. It's actually kind of a longer version of hanging with Hudson. Got to talk about one of our Mabank athletes that was actually competing at state today. Miss Trista Etheridge. She ran in the 4A cross country state final today, so wow. Big deal. So got to talk about that. Also talked a little bit about the Lady Panthers and their great volleyball season they had. Of course, fell just a little bit short of making the playoffs, but showed some real improvement this year. So got a chance to speak with them about that. And then, of course, got to talk to them about the senior class here and what he's seen from these guys and what he's loved from these guys. So that's all great. We've also got a senior video. So to all the senior parents out there that whenever I sent out that request that answered, we really do appreciate it. And right off the top, there's two people that I specifically want to thank in that. One, of course, is Miss Christina Ashley, the athletics secretary here at Mabank High School. She did some legwork, making sure that all the senior parents knew that it was something they could do for free. And so she got the word out big time. I really, really appreciate you, Miss Christina. And the other is Miss Chrissy Linder. So Miss Chrissy Linder, there was a few folks that didn't have emails or weren't going to be able to record or do whatever they were wanted to do to send in something about their senior. And she actually went ahead and took the brunt of that and sent a bunch of stuff in for folks. So wow. Appreciate her doing that. That's a big deal, making sure everybody got involved and got to be a part of it. So, well, JD, without further ado, like I said, we've got a big jam-packed show here tonight. Also at halftime, he's not a senior, but Wayne Langford, somebody that I wanted to make sure we got in before the end of the year. We'll have an interview with him at halftime as well as the band performance. We'll have both of those, so don't worry. So, but without further ado, we need to go ahead and go hang with Hudson. We don't have a whole lot of time, and we got a lot to do. So let's go ahead, go hang with Hudson right here on Cedar Creek Media. All right, so another week hanging with Hudson. Taylor Honey, Cedar Creek Media, of course, head football coach and athletics director of Mabank High School, Coach Zach Hudson. So, Coach, got another team that we're used to seeing around in the districts and things like that, and the Palestine Wildcats this week. So they're under new tutelage this year with Coach Reyes taking over there. Of course, I was there last year. I got to see that transition over from Coach Angel to Coach Reyes. So totally different team than what we're used to seeing. They kind of spreading things out. So anything particular that you've caught up on or anything that we need to know about this new look Palestine team?
I think, the new coach brings in just that typical spread offense where we hadn't really seen that in a couple of games. Really hadn't seen it all year. You could say Bullard and maybe Will's Point, but it's their design was not to throw the football. And so his design is probably 50-50. I think as the game goes, they kind of figure out what they can do better at and kind of stick with that. So if they throw a couple good deep routes on you, they're going to keep throwing it. And if they have trouble with them, then they're going to keep running. And so, but yeah, Coach Reyes is new, and I don't know much about him. He came from Lumberton and never played him or anything like that. So we've played Palestine quite often, and when Coach Angel was there and everything else. So it's always been good games with us. And so, I look forward to Friday night being another good game.
This is probably the one time this will ever happen in our careers here, Coach, but I actually do know quite a bit about Coach Reyes. Like I said, I was in Palestine last year at the newspaper, got to see it transition, but also he was an offensive assistant on one of my high school football teams. So I've actually been coached by Coach Reyes. Right. So really fiery guy, good gentleman, comes from a long lineage of football. Right. He's a great guy. So, of course, enemies on Friday night here coming up. But later on in the district meetings, you'll enjoy getting know Coach Reyes. So, but one thing that's kind of been lost in all of this, and their transition over to the spread, is the fact that they have a amateur Olympian sprinter as a running back. So, Draylon Spurlock is their running back, their starting running back. Maybe going to be the fastest guy we see throughout the year. So any particular thoughts or anything about just the speed in the backfield for Palestine?
Well, people say that, I think sometimes our kids run faster in pads than they do without pads on. And so I think you can take that both ways and look at it both ways. And the teams we have played against, I know number 7, I can't remember the kid's name from Lindale, played Kilgore. Kilgore's got 2 kids on there that I think were 1 and 2 at the district track meet, and he ran away from them. Yeah. So we can talk about that. I don't think the speed is going to make us go crazy or anything, just because we have seen so much speed the last couple of weeks that it's just another fast kid we get to see, so
absolutely.
I don't think that's we're not looking at that as we got to hold on the reins and do all this special stuff, because we've been seeing it. We're working on some outside stuff and making sure we're handling some outside stuff the way we need to be handling it. But it's just another good football team, and their record doesn't show it. They've played a lot of good teams. They're pre-district. I think it was a little bit stronger than ours from what I know about them. They play a bunch of people I don't really know that well, sure. But I think it was a little bit stronger than our pre-district. And so, their season, they know. But it's I think it'll be a great game. I really do. I think it's not evenly matched, but we both do what we do well. Sure. I guess you could say, 100%. What our kids can do. So I think it's going to be a good football game.
Yeah, absolutely. And now everybody talks about the offense over there, but from what I understand, they also have a new defensive coordinator as well. So, and to be honest with you, that side of it, I don't know anything about. Right. So is there any new look to Palestine's defense? Have they changed personnel or?
Well, we didn't play them the last 2 years.
Yes, sir. That's
so I look back and I actually looked at some of the things we did offensively, but it's kind of hard because it's different people. And so you're not going to get the same look or anything of that nature. We were actually looking at film, trying to make sure some of the nuances and give kids examples of what it needs to look like. So we pulled up some of Palestine's film, but with not playing them in 2 years with a whole different look, coaching wise, there was no sense in us, looking back and seeing how they played us before. But it's, I know back in that district, he played a couple teams that were in Slot T, so they're going to be familiar with it as coaches and stuff like that. So them knowing how to play, I don't think that's coming into play at all. I think it's going to come down to turnovers and big plays. If you can hang on to that football and not get big play, then you're probably going to win. And if you turn the ball over 3 or 4 times and give up a big play or 2, you're probably going to lose. And that's kind of been our Achilles heel for most of the year. I think Lindale's, one of our cleaner games. Not the cleanest, but one of the cleanest.
Sure.
Just had a hard time moving the football. And so it'll be interesting. Because their defense does give up some points, whereas like no one else does. Right. So we have played some monster defenses, and I don't think people understand how good Chapel Hill's defense is and how good some of those other defenses are that we've played against. So, that'll be interesting. It really will, because it's hard to tell how they're going to play against us when they don't play anybody live,
Right.
you know? And so you can look at it and say Kilgore is kind of like this if you running the football in a power football type atmosphere and stuff. So, and then, of course, Lindale half the time they're in spread and half the time they're running down your throat. So, that plays a little different with personnel and stuff. So it's just hard to tell. And I think it's just you've got to go out there and play a clean game. And neither team can afford turnovers. Neither one of us can afford turnovers. It's hurt them. It's hurt us. Can't afford costly penalties, which we've cleaned that up. I've prided our kids the last couple of weeks where we haven't had costly penalties. Don't get big play. Don't let them hit a 60-yard, 70-yard bomb on you or something like that to change momentum. It's high school football. It's a lot of momentum going on. So, I think that's going to be a telltale of tonight's game.
Yes, sir. And so, in kind of speaking of that and the strategy of it, I'm assuming y'all script at least a few plays for the beginning of a game, right? So how do you use that to get – and, again, this is coming from somebody that's never coached, so it's just a layman's question here. How does that actually help y'all determine what goes on for the rest of the game?
You do it offensively and defensively.
Oh, okay.
So the other night, defensively, we call it defense, and I did not like how it approached their offense.
Okay.
Wasn't that it wasn't sound. It wasn't that people shouldn't be there. It wasn't good for our kids. Ran another defense the next play. We looked a lot better than that. Ran another one, didn't look as good. So then 3 out of 4, 3 out of 5 times you're going to be in that one that looked good, that your kids look like they were playing faster. It's not necessarily what you made a stop in, because so many times people forget that there's a missed tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Well, I take into account that he should have tackled him there. So if we got a guy that's on the ball on the line of scrimmage, should be making a tackle, that's a win for a defense coordinator.
Correct positioning.
Correct positioning. Now, if it happens 2 or 3 times, it's not a win anymore. You got to get a different kid there. You got to do something else to cause a different kid to be there because his angle's better or just something's better in the whole scheme of things. Well, then offensively, you do the same thing. So it's not that the play doesn't work, but that's their alignment. If they're going to line up to that like this, so now let's figure out how they're going to line up to this formation. And a lot of us predicates on how they call their strength. And so if we figure out how they're calling their strength, which most people are going to go to the tight end and our strong side, but it's what they do to that offside over there that kind of predicates what we do and how we pull and who we pull and plays that we run. And so that's where a lot of that comes from. So really you're trying to get a feel for alignment, how they're going to play certain formations. And so really offense and defense is the same thing. Once you get that feel, then you can go off that and call the rest of the game.
Gotcha. So you just essentially giving yourself a second level of blueprints to kind of work on throughout the rest of the game. All right, interesting. Well, I'm never a coach, so sometimes I just like to get into the head of the coach. So let's get in your head again here, Coach. So now, again, we were you'll hear this at halftime, but we do our player interview before the coach's interview. Right. So we were talking to Wayne Langford a little bit earlier, and he got to say his 2 cents about the senior class for this year. So, Coach, I just want to give you the floor here, kind of open up anything you wanted to say about this class of 2025. You've been with these guys for 4 years now. Great group of kids. Everyone I've got to meet has seemed like they're, as you said, you really want to spend a bunch of time molding men as much as you do football players. Right. And it seems like the men that are in this locker room, high character, high level guys. So what can you say about your senior class here?
Well, they are. They're all very high character. We've coached them. They seem like they've been here forever. Some of them, there's quite a few of those defensive guys that have started for 3 years. You get Noah. He's played for 4 on varsity. But you get Noah, you get Racer, Cam, and a lot of these guys that just have played Rev, and they just played a long time for you, and when that happens, you kind of have a connection there. But they can kind of finish your sentence just as you can finish theirs. So I'll miss that about them, because they've been with us for so long. They're like your own children. I can tell when they're in a good mood. I can tell when they're in a bad mood. I can tell when they're having a good day, bad day. when the girlfriend broke up with them or whatever, I can tell. And so, you'll miss that connection. But they've been I want to make sure I choose my words right, but they've been a very telltale type of class. I can tell you if they're going to have a good game before we ever walk out there. I can tell you we're going to have a bad game before we ever walk out there. They wear everything on their sleeves, everything. And so it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. Sometimes it's frustrating because you know what's coming. But, they've hung in there with us. They haven't had, the last 2 years, let's say, they've been competitive. And that's what it's been. It's been competitive. The wins hadn't shown up a lot, but they've been competitive. And that's more frustrating than, I think, getting your tail beat in. When you got a chance, you make a goal line stand at halftime, it's 15-0. All you got to do, most teams that are down 14-0 ain't even blinking.
Right.
We're just got to come out here and not turn the ball over and go score. Well, then something happens, a big play or something, and then you look up and you can't get a first down. And that's frustrating. And I think those games are more frustrating than big wins and big losses or whatever you want to call it. So they've had to deal with a lot of close games that they just couldn't. They go in at halftime with the lead or they're within 3, and then we just can't finish it off. And what you can point a finger and blame it on, whatever you want to blame it on, but they've had to deal with that. And so it makes you tougher, makes you have some thicker skin. But they've hung in there with us. They're at practice every day, except this week. Everybody's out sick. My whole family's sick. They're sick. Like 4 kids are sick every day. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's, we don't have to worry about that with them. We don't have to worry about their grades. They're just a solid group of young men, and that we've had quite a few of them for a long time. And so that'll be my saddest part and what I'm going to miss about them, just because they've just been around forever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can tell you stories when Racer was a freshman and I couldn't get him to count to 11. And, I confused him somewhere along the way. But I could go back on every kid and, from Cam and, if he palms up me one more time, I'm going to hang him by his toenails. But, that's just his natural reaction to everything is to throw his palms up, And so that is just, I laughed about it with his mom last night, sitting and watching his sister play volleyball. It's those little nuances that you get to know kids that well, like you can almost tell their reaction before it ever happens. And so, we'll miss that about them. But they play hard. By golly, they play hard. Every coach we play against, I've known most of them for a long time now. I'm like, Coach, them kids are playing. Mm-hmm. And they are giving everything they got. And sometimes you get outmatched, sometimes you get outmanned, but that doesn't matter to them. They're going to go out there and they're going to play as hard as they can. And we're going to play this game the way it's supposed to be played and do it with some respect and hopefully, give Mabank some teams out there that they can, they can be respectful and they can have some pride for.
Yeah, I've never once seen any slumping of shoulders, heads down, nothing like that. That to me is the most impressive thing about this group. So, all right, well, Coach, we talked about the football team. I know we got to get you out of here pretty quickly, but there's been some developments on the girls' athletic side as well. Of course, we got Trista. She's going to be heading over to state, so that was a big deal. And unfortunately, the volleyball season's come to an end, but Matt, it seems there'd be massive improvements from last year's team. So just on the girls' athletic side, any comments, anything about what's been going on over there?
Well, just, of course, Tristan, wish her luck and all that. I think this is year 2 of her being there. She was hurt 1 year, so she struggled that year. But, I've said it before, she's kind of grown up with my daughter, and they used to run together. So, I'm a little tighter with her, and I'm excited for her. I always enjoy watching her run. It's always been on a Saturday. They moved it to a Friday this year. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I want, I just take a trip down there just to watch her.
Yeah.
And I won't be able to just due to the time constraints of getting down there and getting back for the game. So, that stinks. But, we wish her all the luck. But our volleyball team was much improved. I thought that they just – one of those deals finishing things off. They win a game here and get close on one and fall way behind on another. And there's a little inconsistency there. But I look at it almost like you do football. They're going out there competing. Mm-hmm. Just how do you finish that end off? And sometimes it's the Johnnies and the Joes. Sometimes it's the mindset. Sometimes it's a lot of different things you can point fingers at. But at the end of the day, they're out there competing. They're doing it the right way. You're not going to see our girls cussing and throwing fits out there and throwing stuff or anything else. They're going to go out there and do it the right way. And then they're going to turn around in 15 years and have beautiful children and raise them the right way. So that's all we can ask for. Right?
Perfect. Well, Coach, as always, appreciate your time this week.
Yes, sir.
Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Hey, Chloe, cheer your heart out. We love you. You make us so proud. I've enjoyed sitting in these stands watching you cheer since you were 4 years old. Love you.
Good luck tonight. We love you.
Hey, Riley. It's been such a joy watching you grow up, and we're so proud of where you are now and can't wait for what's to come. I love you, baby girl.
Love you, Riley.
Wheeler, we love you, and we're so proud of you, and Nana wants you to know that she's proud of you too. And you know Papa is in heaven. We love you, bud.
Congratulations, Carita. You made it. It's senior year. We're so proud of you and all the accomplishments you've achieved over the years. We're so blessed to have you in our lives, and we love you so much. And we look forward to all the amazing accomplishments that you achieve as you continue to grow.
Muchas felicidades, Calita, en tu graduación y que seas feliz, muy feliz.
We love you, Calita. Mwah!
These memories will stay with me.
Isaiah, we are so proud of you. Have a great year. We love you, Nana.
Popo.
At kisses.
Say, bud, Dad's proud of you. A whole bunch. I love you. Just want you to keep up the great work. And just remember that no matter what, I'm going to be here for you. And I always love you.
Hi, Bubby. Good luck with tonight. Good luck in the future. We love you so very much. And enjoy your night and every night.
Hi, Chloe.
Hi, Chloe.
We're so proud of all of the accomplishments you have achieved. I can't wait to see where life will take you. I know you can do anything you set your mind to. We love you.
We love you.
Hey, Isaiah. Good job, buddy. Congratulations. Love you. Try not to screw up the rest of it.
Hi, Isaiah. I guess you did all right.
Hey, Presley. We're so proud of you. You're the best sister ever.
I love you.
Wheeler, I can't express enough how proud I am of you. I'm your biggest fan, on and especially off the field. Seeing how you continue to put God first in your life and strive to do His will. Man, I am honored to be your dad. Love you, bud.
Madison, we are beyond proud of you. Make the best memories tonight with all your friends. Enjoy. We love you. And good luck tomorrow, Panther Band at Area UIL.
Hi, Katie. Congratulations on graduating. We love you. Me and your dad and your brother and grandpapa are so proud of you. You're an amazing young lady, and good luck on becoming a meteorologist.
Lexi and Leanna are Pantherette. We are beyond proud of you. You are a smart, beautiful, talented young lady. It's a joy to watch you shine your way into adulthood. Mom, Dad, and sisters love you. Now go kick boots.
JC, after tonight, you may not be our cheerleader anymore, but we will always be yours.
I have big shoes to fill. Thank you for being the best big sister ever. We love you.
Watching you achieve your dreams has been my dream come true. You have put a lot of time, energy, and heart getting to this point, and I am so loved being right beside you every step of the way. I love you, and I am so incredibly proud of you, Presley. Keep reaching for the stars. The best is yet to come.
Maddie is a first-year line member on the drill team. In Maddie's free time, she plays soccer, races, and dances with drill team. When Maddie graduates, she wants to go to college for kinesiology, sports management, later going to mechanic school and race car school.
Shout out to our favorite senior quarterback, number 16, Caden Penland.
We've had fun watching you play on this field for all these years. It's been a blessing. This will be your last game here, so take it all in, play free, and have fun.
We're so proud of you. Love, Mom and Dad.
All right. Well, so again, thank you to all the senior parents that participated. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to unmute you. Just want to say thank you again to all the senior parents that participated right here before kickoff. Did want to give another big senior shout out there to our good friend, the good Reverend, Mr. Rev Neighbors. From your sister Kylie, of course, she is the K of the Double K Photography. She said she is so proud of you, Rev. Keep thriving, and you are going places. You see a couple of her favorite shots she's had of her brother there. So, again, appreciate Miss Kylie for all she's done for us, letting us use her photos and such. And she wanted to give a special shout out to her little brother, who she said is actually acts more like the big brother.
Hey.
So, said he's a few years younger, but still treats her like the little sister. So, anyway, so we did just want to say thank you again to all the senior night parents. We do have some shout outs as well. We'll be reading throughout the night as Romero gets us started off here. It looks like it's going to roll out of bounds, but again, if you did send us in a something to be read, we'll be reading those throughout the night. So Palestine going to be starting with decent field position here as the ball rolls out of bounds, and really that was kind of just a Palestine decision. Ball sat around inbounds forever before finally trickling on out. And we are going to see the Wildcats to start us off here tonight. Of course, they have moved from a traditional wing tee type running attack to the spread this year. Got two different quarterbacks and a plethora of receivers they could be using back. I do believe this is going to be Cook, and it is. Handoff goes left side. Nice little juke and move there for number 5, B.J. Walker. So as you see, again, Ashton Cook out there to start it off for the Wildcats. He's more of a scrambler, running type quarterback. Then you have got the junior Rowan Price, whose dad is actually the offensive coordinator of this team. That's kind of their throwing quarterback. So Cook again back in the shotgun. Takes a snap, and there is going to be some laundry. I believe they're going to say a false start. And that is going to be it. So those few yards that Herod was able to pick up are going to be reversed, and even a couple of more, as it will now be 2nd and 12 here for the Wildcats. So, yeah, again, folks, if you didn't hear, I've got a little bit more intimate knowledge of the Palestine Wildcats than I do of most teams. I spent the last year covering these guys before I finally made it back to the green I was wanting to be in. As the handoff this time going to go to Herod. Again, pushing through the middle. Going to be a sizable gain here. They're going to give him, let's see, so it'd be 8 yards. So they give him a full 8 on the play. We'll now bring up 3rd and 4, much more manageable. This time, Cook going to keep, try and find some room on the right side. Gets close to the first down marker. Depends on where they spot him. Looks like they're going to spot him just a bit short. So needed 4, got 3. Another person I was talking about before the game, to you, Mr. JD, is that's the man in the slot there, number 2, Saborian Martin. Going to be one of the better players you run up against individually. as the handoff is going to get messed up, and it is going to be a loss here and a turnover on downs for Palestine, putting Mabank all the way on their own on the Palestine 35-yard line. So set up in great field position here. Looked like that was the senior there, Racer McCullough, coming up to make a big stop.
Yeah, so not a whole lot of action out of the Palestine offense early. Great job of the Mabank defense to hold them where they stood and keep things looking good for the Panther offense as they now take the field.
Senior quarterback Caden Penland under center, going to hand off. Looks like couldn't quite see the number on that one that time, JD. That was Wilkinson. So another senior getting the first handoff of the night.
Number 17 there, Mr. McCrossin.
Was it McCrossin? Oh, okay. I saw Wilkinson pop out of the bottom of the pile, but you're right. McCrossin did come up with the ball. So Maddox McCrossin, excuse me. Not Alex McCrossin. Sounds like it would fit, though, right?
It does. Well, similar.
Well, hey, speaking of seniors, got a big shout out to Aaron Roden from his mom and dad. They are always proud of you and know you will go on to do great things, and they love you always. So, senior center Aaron Roden getting a shout out. Handoff this time going to be up the middle, and again going to go nowhere. But we do have some laundry before the snap. It's going to be a false start called against the Panthers here, so they're going to be backed up 5 yards. Play won't count either, so it will be second down, so 2nd and 15. So neither offense is clicking right out the gate, but got some time to change that here, JD.
Absolutely. Only still 9:32 left to go here in the first. You got plenty of time to turn it around, and this is kind of something we see often from the Mabank offense. Is sometimes it takes them a little while to be able to warm themselves up, start getting that groove, and start making the progress on the offensive side of things.
Penland going to look to throw. Has a man wide open, just a little too long. Had Nathan Caruth wide open down the seam. Just a little too much mustard. Will bring up 3rd and 15 here.
Had Rowan Price coming off the edge for Palestine. And Mr. Penland took a little bit of a wallop there at the end of that one as he got rid of it. So
some quarterback-on-quarterback crime. It's I know it's weird that a linebacker was saying that, but Rowan Price, again, is the gunslinger for Palestine, so more of the throwing quarterback to Cook's running type. But just to finish off real quick with that thought here before this next play, so about Savorian Martin. So they've been using him as a receiver. He is a dynamic receiver. Is Penland going to survey? Has Gibbs open? Oh! Gibbs has it go off his fingertips. Oh, unable to catch it. That was going to be a big play. But, yeah, so, again, just to finish off here, so Martin he's been used more as a wide receiver this year, but as a defensive back, that's where he really shines. Actually, over the summer was awarded a Senior Bowl invite for the class of 2026. So next year, his senior year, he will be playing on NBC in the Under Armour All-American Bowl. So definitely a dynamic player down there. Goes, I'd say, 6'3", 190, might have put a little more bulk on. But he is a heck of a player, and he is going to be back to return it actually here as well.
Here's the good Reverend with a nice punt there for Mabank. Unfortunately, takes a little bit too much of a bounce and heads into the end zone.
Yeah, so big bounce, like you said, JD. You were right. It looked like it was going to be perfect if it died. But unfortunately, that's the way the oblong-shaped ball goes sometime. So we'll set up 1st and 10 for Palestine, their second such setting so far tonight. This time will be from the 20-yard line. Before they do, let me go ahead and say another one of these here. So this is to Pearson Wilkinson. Pearson, we are so proud of you and all you've accomplished over the past 4 years. We love you so much, from Nani and Papa. All right, so going to be Cook again coming out. Takes the snap, surveying, looking to throw the ball, but we have more flags down on the field, and again going to be another false start called here, this time going against Palestine.
It was a rather late false start flag being thrown out there.
I agree with you. You know, and that's another thing that Palestine has. From what I hear, they've had some trouble pass blocking this year. But they have got some size down there on the offense, and I can tell you right now, big number 55, Baylon Williams, and number 56, Ronnie Williams, they are a load to deal with down there. This time they're going to hand off to Martin as he scurries around the right side, going to be brought down by a host of Wildcats. Coach Reyes down on the sideline. Coach James Reyes, first-year coach for Palestine, did not look thrilled with the output on that one as it's just a 2-yard gain to Martin, man that wears number 2. It's weird for me. I knew him, again, last year. He was number 13, so I keep looking for 13. He's 2 this year. Snap back, handoff. Nope, throws out and trying to get it into Martin's hands again. Pass from Cook, just not quite able to find the target. Will now be 3rd and long again for the Wildcats. We're going to call it 3rd and 13.
So here early, both these defenses really coming to play as neither of them wanting to let the offense get any kind of ground here early.
Cook takes a snap now, surveying down the middle, and picked by Racer McCullough. Oh! He drops the ball, but he did make a football move. That has to be ruled a catch and fumble, then recovered. They're going to say incomplete. Wow, that looked like he took 3 or 4 steps there. Coach Hudson is livid. I can't say I disagree. Now, again, he did drop the ball, but he took several steps before the ball hit the ground. Yeah,
he had already changed directions on it. I would think that'd probably be a little closer to a fumble than it would be incomplete, but we are not the guys in stripes, so.
Hey, they did say – no, I'm just kidding. They came over here. They say to blame one particular guy. I'm not going to blame anybody. Who knows? We are several hundred feet away. So, punt this time is going to be down by Palestine, close, right between the 40 and the 45, and they're going to say the 44, I believe. Well, one saying 44, one saying 43. Let's see who wins the argument. And
pretty sure it's supposed to be first contact where they touch the ball, so it should go at the 45 there.
Well, they're going to disagree and put it at 44.
44, sorry.
No, well. You know, it sounds dumb, but really that yard in this game really does make
both teams haven't really made any kind of offensive movement yet, so that yard means everything right now.
So a handoff that went to the left side, not going to get much there for Palestine. Or excuse me, for Mabank. And that was
number 21 there, Mr. Brexton Quint on the run.
They're actually going to give him a yard there, JD. So we'll take – you see, and that's what we're talking – again, that yard, it really does make a difference, you know. There's been so many games. Think back to man, my mind is slipping here right now, but Titans versus somebody. Kevin Dyson reaching out and was just inches away from winning the Super Bowl for the Titans, just not quite able to do it. So, you know, this is a game where those yards, feet, and inches really do make a difference. The handoff this time, believe that's Quint again, going to chug forward for a few. Nope, that's Wilkinson.
That's Wilkinson right there.
So, JD, one thing to keep in mind for next year, we're going to get some window cleaner because I don't think it's necessarily helping me with this glare.
And 4-yard pickup from Mr. Wilkinson there.
Yeah, and if any of our listeners out there do LASIK, call your boy. Call your boy. All right, so 3rd and 5 coming up. Handoff. Oh, no, Penland going to keep it himself, go up the middle behind a couple of blockers. Picks up 4, needed 5, but you do get across midfield. And if we know anything about old Coach Hudson and his staff here, would assume they are going to go for this one and try and capture a little bit of momentum, get the first down of the ball game for either side.
And that does look like what they are doing as the good Reverend's going to stay on the sidelines, so keeping the offense out there.
Penland takes a snap. You're going to keep it again. Goes to the left side, and he got just enough, JD.
Close on that one, but I think he's got it.
Needed the yard. He got exactly a yard. No more, no less. Moves it right to the 46-yard line of the Palestine Wildcats. We have got first spotting of Braden Linder coming off the sideline there. At least first that I've seen. But as we've established, I don't get the best eyes. Penland takes a snap. Roll. He's looking again. Has Gibbs again. Oh,
what a catch!
Okay, so first one bounces off the fingertips, much easier. Then you have the circus catch made by Gibbs. My goodness.
Unbelievable catch right there by Mr. Gibbs.
I'm telling you, good hands just seem to run in that family. We've talked about his brother, Devin, of course, off playing college football as a tight end now. And you see those Gibbs hands seem to, they're not missing any generations. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. A 29-yard grab for Mr. Gibbs right there as he hauls that one in.
And that's probably got to be catch of the year so far. So Penland again getting under center. He's going to hand off this time left side.
A lot of trickeration there on that one.
Yeah, so not much gained on it.
Looks like Wilkinson ended up coming away with the carry. Able to pick up 2 there.
That is Mr. Cam Wilkinson. And let's see, we have got McCrossan coming off the sideline, makes it to the huddle here. All right, Penland coming set. They are snapping the ball quick tonight. Penland looking again, trying to find
and
Gibbs.
He's got it!
And he's got the touchdown. 15-yard scoring strike from Caden Penland to Dalen Gibbs, the senior-to-senior connection. And Mabank going to take the first lead of this ball game, 6-0. My goodness. And there you go. We talk about it all the time. Noah Romero, kid's got ice in his veins. Everybody's jumping up and down, hooping and hollering. Noah said, all right, let's go kick the field goal. Let's go. Come on. I love this
Let's
kid.
go get this thing
He's
done.
got no nonsense about him. All right, awaiting the snap here. Good snap, good hold, good kick, and it is a 7-point lead for your Mabank Panthers. My goodness, what an exciting play to get this one started off. Well, JD, let's take a very short break. We'll come right back right after this here on Cedar Creek Media. Hey, Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices. And right back to it here. Taylor Honey,
JD Bird,
Cedar Creek Media here on the scene for senior night. Panther Stadium. Mabank just going up on top of the visiting Palestine Wildcats, 7-0 on one of the more exciting plays we've seen of the year. I mean, threading the needle there was the senior quarterback, Caden Penland. Can't tell me this doesn't mean something to him tonight. Finding fellow senior Dalen Gibbs. I kept wanting to say Devin. Dalen Gibbs. Bringing in the reception there. Thing of absolute beauty.
Those two definitely had the connection there on that drive. Fantastic job to be able to get in the end zone.
Well, that was a pretty fantastic job there by number 19, Calvin Thomason. There we go. Able to hold on to that fastball there from Noah Romero on the front line of the return. So Palestine going to have, I believe, their best position of the game. Going to be starting at their own 46-yard line. Now let's see who they send out. They are going to send out Cook, and they are going to send out Herod. Or excuse me, Walker. Excuse me. That is number 5, not number 6. A little scrunched. So Going to be a handoff up the middle. Couple of yard pickup there just to get a couple of yards and get in front of the chains there for the Palestine Wildcats. Handoff went to Walker that time. Same combo in the backfield here for the Wildcats. Hand off, and it's going to be a break here.
Walker's got some room.
Yeah, and he makes people
great
miss.
maneuver.
Yeah, good job there by Racer McCullough to come up and make the tackle from behind. That potentially was a end zone run there for Walker. So we're going to
22-yard rush there from Mr. Walker.
Yes, sir. And it gives Palestine a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Snap is high, rolling backwards all the way back to midfield, all the way back to the 45, trying to find somewhere to go, and looks like a combination of Brager and Foot able to come up and make the tackle. So that is going to be a massive loss there for the Palestine Wildcats. Good job by Walker staying with it, tried to make something happen, but nothing doing. So what is that, 5, 10, 15, 20, 24-yard loss. So 2nd and 34 coming up here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, you're right back where you started your drive now.
Oh, you're literally exactly right back where you started your drive on the 46-yard line. Good catch there. So 2nd down and forever here for the Wildcats. Better snap this time. Surveying, running, trying to find somewhere. Going to go up the middle. Cook makes a few miss. Couple of lazy arm tackles. Still on his feet. And it gets all the way up past the 40. So decent gain there for the quarterback. Let's see. Still don't see where they have. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm waiting on you to do the math.
16 yards right there for Mr. Cook.
All right, good. Got a better quick math than I do. Thank you.
I don't know if I'd call that quick math. I think I counted every single yard that was there.
Well, we know you can count. I hired the right guy.
There we go.
Snap back. Cook looking, surveying. Again, going to take off here. It looks like, yep, keeps it. Gets back close to the original line of scrimmage. Matter of fact, that's exactly where we're going to say he goes. So 8-yard pickup for Cook will now be 4th and 10. And we do have somebody down on the turf here. I believe that is Cook down on the turf. Official timeout going to be taken here on the field, as you heard. But again, for anybody, or you know what? Actually, let's do a couple of these senior shout-outs. You got one over there you can start us off with there, Mr.
Yeah,
JD?
I get one. Giving a big shout-out to their grandson, Blaine Foot. Love from Graham coming your way.
And I got one here to Mr. Dalen Gibbs. Day-Day, I am so proud of you, boy. Your talent never fails to amaze me. Give it your all, son. Love you, Dad. So Mr. Gibbs, a good gentleman. I've met him once or twice. He probably wouldn't remember me, but again, back whenever Devin was here, got to meet him once or twice. Nice gentleman. All right, so that was Cook that had to come off. So that is Rowan Price coming in to take his first snap of the ball game back at quarterback, and it looks like Palestine is going to go ahead and leave the offense out here. So Price set, waiting the snap, oh, wow, that is a break for Palestine right there. Another bad snap, but going to be encroachments called against Mabank, I do believe. Yep, that is going to be the call. So 5 yards given up here freely by Mabank. So we'll bring up now 4th and 5, and Palestine has got a chance to pull this drive out of the mud, JD.
Yeah, they were faced with 2nd and forever, and they have brought it back in just a couple of plays here. And they got a chance to keep themselves in the drive here late in the first quarter.
All right, well, let's see what they cook up here on this 4th and 5. Price looks back to the sideline, now gets set. Snap is back, going to take it, going to be an option play. He's going to keep it himself and get the first down. So needed 5, able to pick up, it looks like 7 there, JD. So that will be a first down for the Wildcats, and that is not exactly what you would call ideal after a 2nd and 34.
Absolutely not. That was kind of one of the few times that we've seen the Mabank defense kind of break down quite like that.
I agree. So Price, again, coming set in the shotgun, takes a snap. Oh, mishandles the snap, rolling around and able to fall on top of it before Wilkinson is able to touch him down. So will be looks like a 4-yard loss on the play. And we'll now bring up 2nd and 14. Shouldn't intimidate Palestine after the 2nd and 34, though.
Yeah. Of course, the man that kind of set the whole thing up still not on the field at the moment.
Yes, sir. Well, JD, that looks like it's actually going to be the end of the first quarter. So let's go ahead and take us a short break. We'll come back with the second quarter of action right after this. Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doubleKphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
And second quarter of action ready to get underway here. Palestine going to be starting off the second quarter with a 2nd and 14. And it looks like we've got Cook back into the ball game at quarterback here. So glad to see he's not injured. High snap again, but Cook able to handle it. Takes off to the left and pushes one out. And that's going to be
intercepted.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, okay, well.
Number 4, Wayne Langford with the heads-up play there.
No, they're going to say it was down. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, I think that is 2 picks taken away so far from the Mabank Panthers. I was going to say that just unseated Gibbs as the catch of the year that quickly. Oh, man, I wish we could go back and use our replay to show down there because, I mean, that looked like that was just about as clean as it could be. Man, we're getting us a ball game here tonight, JD. 3rd and 14. Cook still set in the shotgun. Coach Reyes almost out halfway onto the field, not enjoying what he's seeing so far from his Wildcats. Snap is high again. Cook surveys, throws left side, going to step in front. Couldn't quite catch the number.
Number 17 there on that catch, Mr. Don Brooks.
So Don Brooks able to step in front of the Mabank defender there and come up with the catch. We'll put we'll put the Wildcats in a 1st and goal situation from the 5-yard line. Handoff this time. It's going to pick up a few yards. That's some hard running there by B.J. Walker. Sophomore is listed as a defensive back on the roster, but it seems they found some more success running the ball with him over the last few games. So it looks like they're staying with the hot hand here. Now 2nd and 2. Palestine looking to tie things up. It's hard when you work for 2. Oh, nice play there. And, man, how many times are we going to call his name out tonight?
Racer McCullough.
Yes, sir. 4-yard loss that time off the handoff to Walker. My goodness. You could tell Racer McCullough is jazzed up. Man, I keep saying that, making myself sound like I'm from the 30s. Racer McCullough is jacked up here tonight for this senior night. 3rd and 6 now. Still goal to go.
Well, I'll say one thing about this Mabank defense. It seems like as soon as they get into these like very, very close close to scoring moments, that's when they arise. So let's see if they can get the goal line stand here once again. Looks like a timeout's going to be taken actually by Palestine before we get to see the continuation.
Yes, sir. That is exactly it. So timeout quickly taken there by Coach James Reyes. So I'm going to do another one of these little senior shout-outs here if you don't mind. Let's see. This is to Mr. Braden Linder. Braden, tonight is your last night under your hometown Friday night lights. You have left your blood, sweat, and tears on the field for the past 4 years, and Jake and I are so proud of all you've accomplished. We will forever be your biggest fans on and off the field. You have 8 quarters left in your high school career. Give it your all, son. We love you, Mom and Jake. Well, just let me correct this simply because we didn't get it done in the first quarter. You got 7 left, so let's ramp it up even that much more.
I got one here for Mr. Cameron Wilkinson. We love you, and we are so proud of the man that you are becoming. We hate to see this season coming to an end, but can't wait to watch you continue to grow. Make sure to love Dad, Mom, and Kylan.
Of course, Kylan, she is quite the athlete in her own right, part of that much-improved Mabank Lady Panther volleyball team.
Yeah, they're libero for them. I just like to say that word.
I know. It's a great word.
It's just a fun word.
So Cook has it going left side, trying to find some pay dirt. Ooh, takes a lick, but is going to be able to break the plane. So Palestine going to put their first points of the game on the board with about 10 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. And it is going to be Mr. Colt James. I don't even have to look to see what the number is. I can tell you who the kicker is. He is a talented young man. You know, him and Romero, they can go back and forth. I'm telling you, the kicking game in this night is very strong. Of course, Palestine is well known for having one of the best soccer programs in the state of Texas, led by, of course, Coach John Absalom. And I'm telling you right now, John Absalom is maybe one of the most inspiring, one of the greatest humans I've ever met in my entire life over there at Palestine High School. Proud to have got to know him, proud to have got to cover one of his teams for a year. If you ever get the chance to meet Coach Absalom, shake his hand and get to know that man because that is a good guy. But anyway, long story short, Colt is a big part of that Palestine soccer team over there. Has played for them. He's a junior now. Has played varsity for them for the last 2 years. And, again, he's just an absolute unit of a soccer player and a great football kicker as well. Actually, last year they had 2 soccer players as kickers, Mr. Cash Hernandez as well. Cash now at TVCC kicking, I believe. So very good tradition of being able to kick balls over in Palestine.
There you go.
So there's my little spiel about them. Again, I do bleed green, but I appreciate my time over in another color. Makes you realize how nice it is to wear this green. You know what I mean?
There you go. Get a little bit more respect for it, huh?
Well, as everybody knows, I'm a UT guy, so that was the worst part about being over in Palestine is I felt like I was wearing maroon, you know?
Yeah.
That was the worst part of it for me. All right, so James getting set here. I noticed he's actually got a number change this year as well. He was 99 last year. I kind of like that, the kicker wearing 99. But number 30 now, it's going to be a high kick, and that's going to be Cam Wilkinson receiving it with the fair catch. So we'll be at the 23-yard line, I do believe, either 22 or 23. Going to get
now I believe that's a rule change that happened here a couple years.
Oh, they get it at the 25.
I don't remember where it is.
That's
but
right.
If they fair catch it, it does get moved to the 25, unless they fair catch it before that.
I am still a little bit old school. I still have those rules in my brains. You know what I mean?
To be fair, even when I graduated my senior year, that rule was not a thing yet. So,
yeah.
Fair catch was where you caught it.
So handoff on the right side, as you saw, going to go for a nice chunk there. 6-yard gain on the play.
Number 6 there, Mr. Braden Linder. His first carry of the game.
Another big part of this team. Be missing him again next year, as he is one of the mini class of 2025 down there in the green jerseys. All right, so here we go. Penland getting ready to get under center. He's set. He's going to keep Rolls right, looking, finds a man open.
Great catch right there. Number 40 there. I don't know if we've called this often. Mr. Boston Hand with a fantastic catch right there.
Yeah, had to reach behind him and still able to come up with the catch, as you said. Enough for first down. Well enough for a first down.
And he got hit quite a bit there as he caught it. So great job and great concentration to be able to hold on to it.
What about Caden Penland tonight? Man, I'm telling you, we have seen a different version of that quarterback tonight.
Yeah, he just seems, I don't know, it's almost like he's very dialed in right now, and he is playing that quarterback position like to the best of his ability, let's put it that way.
Absolutely. Well, handoff that time to Wilkinson is not going to go much of anywhere, just a yard gain. But, you know, to me it almost seems like he's just playing loose out there. You know what I mean? He doesn't seem like he's overthinking, doesn't do it, not anything like that. He's out there playing some schoolyard football right now, and you are seeing it is working so far tonight. So just keep it up there, young man. I love it.
Yeah, you know, we haven't seen them much in the passing game here in recent weeks, but tonight they are letting him loose.
So Linder was able to pick up a few yards on the sweep there, but we do have some laundry flying. It does look like it's going to be in the area of a hold, and that is what's going to be called. So that is going to be a 10-yard variety penalty. Seen a lot of penalties. Haven't seen a lot of 10-yard penalties so far tonight. Oh, actually. Oh, legal procedure. Okay, I didn't see the correct hand sign. So I'll take that over a hold. It's only a 5-yarder.
Absolutely.
So still don't have a 10-yard penalty tonight.
It's always a good thing.
I'll take it. I will take it.
It's always a good thing.
All right, so here come the Panthers, again getting set at the line. Quick snaps here tonight. Handoff goes to, I believe that was Romero that time.
Yes, it was.
So able to pick up right at about 3 yards, get back close to the original line of scrimmage. There is Mr. Gibbs, as you see, coming into the huddle there.
Mr. Romero with his first carry of the game.
And we've seen Mabank, man, they've been getting right to the line and snapping the ball quickly tonight. Got to wonder if that's maybe setting up a hard count later on in the game. And the way this has been going so far, been neck and neck, might need kind of just that little something later on.
Yeah, well, here in recent weeks, we have really seen them do that where they just.
Oh, we got a man open.
Oh, what a catch.
Oh, man. Keep going, keep going. Oh, Schreier able to flip the field there on the big catch. See, so was on the 35 all the way down to the 29. So that's what, a 36?
36-yarder there.
So 36-yard completion there. And that is, oh, no, excuse me, Schreier's a junior. I was thinking he was another senior. I said Schreiber out of nowhere, but it is Schreier. I'm sorry. His name is not Leave. And that's a joke for probably about 10 people in the audience.
Yeah,
so.
that one's not mine.
There's an actor named Liev Schreiber. So.
There you go.
All right, this time going to be, busted play. Looks like it was maybe going to be a reverse, but the Wildcats able to get on Penland before he can get the handoff. So will be a loss of a couple of yards. They're going to say 2, 3, 2. They can't make up their mind. Nope, 3. Okay, so bring up 2nd and 13 here. See if Mabank willing to open it up again here. Penland been having some success throwing the ball so far. Looks like they are. Surveying, got hit in the back, underthrown, and picked. So the pressure is what caused that pick that time. That is number 13, Jaden Oliver. So didn't quite see who it was that was able to come up and put the hit on Penland, but was not able to get as much as he wanted on the ball, kind of floated up, and ends up as the first turnover of the ball game here for your Panthers. So I had a nice little drive going. Immediately got to flip over to playing some defense. And let's see what Palestine decides to send out. Again, they have the two different quarterbacks. Seems like they are sticking with Cook.
Yeah, Cook kind of able to do everything so far for him in this one. He's, like you said, he's not their passing quarterback, but he did hit a 15-yard completion earlier.
1 yard gain, 2 yard gain that time for Walker. Brought down by a combination of Cam Wilkinson and Caden Polk that time. So 2nd and 8 coming up for the Wildcats. Cook looking to the sideline. Ready for the play now. Snap back. Again, going to be a handoff to Walker. Dances around, not able to find much space. We'll call it a gain of a yard that time. We'll bring up 3rd and it looks like they're going to give him 2, so we'll call it 3rd and 6 here, JD.
35 yards for Mr. Walker so far in this one on 9 carries, so not the most amount of yards that you want to have there in that situation, but not doing terrible either.
Quick pass over to the left side. Sorry, JD, I'm going to cut you off. That time, connection is made again to number 17, Don Brooks. Going to get close to first down yardage. They're going to give him 4 on the play. So 4th and 2, close to midfield on their own 49. Palestine's new motto is full throttle, and it looks like they are going to stick with their motto and keep the offense out there. And going to be a timeout called, so Coach Reyes and the crew maybe want to talk things over a little bit. And Coach Reyes, again, over in Palestine, he's had a lot of success since becoming a head football coach and athletic director. Was at Lumberton for 3 years, took them to the playoffs a few times, actually beat this Palestine team a couple of years ago in the playoffs. I want to say it was pretty bad. I want to say it was like 54-12 or something like that. Like it was a pretty sizable victory for them. So definitely knows what he's doing. Again, he comes from a long, well, I guess I shouldn't say long. I don't know exactly if his grandfather was or anything, but I know his dad, Mr. Bobby Reyes, was a heck of a coach. He coached around my area, McKinney, for a long time as well, where I grew up. And as you heard in the beginning, Coach Reyes, actually one of my football coaches in high school as well. I was just starting out. He was an assistant, but was with us, I believe, my sophomore and junior year before he actually went over to McKinney High School to work with his dad. I went to McKinney North. So very intimate knowledge of Coach Reyes. He's a great guy, but unfortunately tonight we aren't wearing the same colors. So I'm not a fan tonight, Coach Reyes. That time, toss is going to be enough for a first down to Walker. Really wasn't a whole lot to be had. Just a good job by Walker filling in the gap, getting just enough to get first down yardage. All right, so it looks like Palestine going to turn up the pace a little bit here. Cook already back, ready. High snap again, but able to handle it now. Going to go down the middle. And there it is! There we go. 3rd time's a charm. Finally got that pick we have been looking for. I want to say that
Noah Romero.
That's exactly what I was wanting to say, was Noah Romero.
He's a guy that you heard Coach Hudson talk about in the Hanging with Hudson interview, and it's a guy we've talked about a lot this year.
Actually, I think I got to disagree with you. That might have been Braden Linder. That might have been Braden. You know what? Look, we got instant replay. We can go back to. I'll go back and look. Let me see what happens.
Not to want to say I'm right, but.
Oh, you probably are right. You know how it is with me. Oh, yeah, you're right. Of course you are.
From the safety position, Mr. Romero able to come away with that one. So Mabank offense back out on the field. Quick handoff there to Gavin Foote. Oof. He's going to come around the edge there. Got a nice chunk there on first down.
One of the Feet clan there, as they call him here in Mabank. Of course, his big brother, Blaine, is one of the seniors here on this team. Going to be a nice little gain there for Mr. Foote. 8 yards, as you said, JD. Will bring up 2nd and 2. Here come the Panthers to the line. Quickly snap it, hand off. Not much there, but it looked like they want to give him a yard, but not positive if they did. Believe that was Wilkinson there on the carry.
Yeah, it looks like they gave him just one there on that one.
So 3rd and short. It's like about a yard and a half. Actually, I think that's just my angle. I think it is just the 1 yard there. That stick on that angle, you know what I mean? It looks like it's on the half-yard line, but
it definitely does. I do believe that it's on. The line to gain is on the 29 right now, though.
And it's going to be a handoff.
Oh.
I believe that was Rev Neighbors there on the handoff. Yeah, it was.
26, yes, it is.
So it's going to be a loss on the play, I do believe. Yep, so 2-yard loss. And that will – I was going to say I'll bring him out, but just leaves him right there on the field. The good Reverend. 2nd punt of the ball game. Of course, that first one was a beauty and just a little too strong into the end zone. Got a little more space to work with this time, so let's see what we get out of Mr. Neighbors. Good snap. Good punt, a little low, but on a good angle, and
it
gets a nice
very
bounce.
Friendly bounce. Gonna let it keep rolling there.
Little jibber jabbing back and forth there between Boston Hand and Savorian Martin. I just, if you can go back and watch the replay on that, folks, that was that might be my favorite visual so far of the year. Hand standing about a foot shorter with no fear, walks right up to Savorian Martin, helmet to helmet, says, "What's up, bud? I don't care. You're 6'3". I don't care, man. I don't care at all." Well, Palestine offense getting ready to come back out here. As a matter of fact, they already are back out, looking to break the tie here. 7-7 here, as you see. Couple of minutes left before halftime. Cook surveying, flips over to the left, finds Martin. Martin has a lot of space here, and he's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Nobody is going to catch him there, so going to be a long touchdown, 65-yarder to be exact. And that will break the tie, and it looks like we've also got somebody down on the turf back close to the 35-yard line. So big scoring strike there, again, for the Wildcats, but more concerned right now about what's going on back on the other side. Can't quite catch a number. It will be Colt James out again for Palestine to do the kicking whenever that happens. So that was Wilkinson that was down on the turf, but able to stand up and walk off on his own power. So love to see that. Well, don't like to see that he's not feeling great, but love to see him get
Great
up
to
and walk
see that
off
he's
on his
able to
own.
get off on his own, yeah. I get what you're saying.
You picking up what I'm putting down there. All right, so Palestine looking to tack on an extra point here. It's going to be Price to do the holding and James to do the kicking. Good snap, good hold, good kick, and it is now a full touchdown lead for the visiting Palestine Wildcats, 14-7 over your Mabank Panthers here on senior night. Again, a couple of minutes left to go here before halftime. So Mabank definitely has more than enough time to go ahead and try and stick one in. But while I've got the chance here, JD, I just wanted to go ahead and get this senior shout-out out of the way. Now, this is from the cheer sponsors. They want to say congratulations to their 5 seniors that have been a part of the cheer program for the last 4 years. Cheerleaders Presley Duncan, Chloe Ingram, JC Jones, and Riley Preston, and mascot Callie Riley. We have loved watching you shine on the sidelines. Through the ups and downs, you have held your heads high and set a standard for the future. Let's stick to the grind and go get another gold medal. We love you, Coach. Oh, my goodness, I'm so sorry. Jedlicka and Coach Minyard. So, and again, Coach, I am so sorry, but I need to make sure I got the pronunciation before the next time I've got to say your name again. I've got one of those last names that on reading kind of looks different than what it's pronounced, so I'm assuming that's what it is over there too. But anyway, I thought it was really nice that the cheer sponsors wanted to make sure that they wished a happy senior night to their cheerleaders, so appreciate them doing that. All right, so we are back under action here. This time it's going to be returned by Mabank. Nice little move there. Up past the 30-yard line is number 4, Wayne Langford. So, matter of fact, you're going to hear more from Mr. Langford here shortly. We have an interview coming up with him at halftime. We'll play him during the first half of the halftime. I think it's like a 7-minute interview or something like that. Then we will send it right down back to the field. You will catch the back end of the Palestine band performance and the full Mabank Panther band performance, and they're going to be competing tomorrow as well, so wish those guys good luck in the area band competition. All right, so here come the Panthers, set up, ready to see if they can put a couple extra points on the board. I believe we got Wheeler Ranford back there, and we do, and Penland going to keep it himself this time, picks up some nice yardage, looks like right at about 4 yards. To stay above the chains. But, yeah, so the first time we've mentioned him out on the field tonight, Wheeler Ranford getting a little PT here on senior night. Snap is back. Penland looking, surveying. Short pass caught by McCrossan. Going to turn it upfield. Not able to pick up much. We'll call it 3 yards on the play. We'll bring up 3rd and 3. And again, like to see it here tonight. Penland has been pretty hot back in the pocket. Well, not even in the pocket, rolling out. Oh, they're going to go spread here, so they're going to keep it in the passing situation. Looking, surveying.
Oh, man.
Just a little, well, I don't even want to say behind, because really, honestly, that's exactly where it had to go there to have a chance to get it to Dalen Gibbs. Threw a little bit behind, but away from the defender. Gibbs just not quite able to get all the way back around to it. So that will once again send the good Reverend out onto the field here for a little punt action. Palestine going to be getting the ball back with about a minute left to go on the clock. And it is again going to be Martin back deep to return. Matter of fact, it looks like they've got 2 returners back there. Can't quite see the number on the other. For a lot of pressure, that was a very good punt there by Neighbors. Gets a very friendly bounce. It's going to bounce inside the 25-yard line. That was actually the quarterback that was back there deep, Cook, with Martin. He let it bounce over the top of his head and going to bury Palestine deep in their own territory. But again, 35-yard scoring strike last time. Most of that coming on the after the catch from Savorian Martin. So definitely not something you want to lean back on. You know, with the 58 seconds left here, Palestine definitely could still go put one in here, and you don't want to go down 2 scores going into halftime.
Yeah, absolutely not. Again, Mabank, they do get the second half kickoff, but to go down 2 scores right before halftime and really just under 3 minutes, that's definitely not how you want to go back to the locker room.
No, sir. Well, Cook going to be back in the shotgun here. Kind of a lazy snap, but he's able to handle it. Going to fire over, gets the completion. Able to bounce out of one arm tackle there is number 16. That is Cooper Perry. We're told by the Palestine media man, the one and only Mr. Tony Watson, that he is a dangerous receiver on the outside. But that's the first we've called the name so far tonight. And it looks like there is going to be a timeout called here by the Wildcats. Just about 45 seconds left to work with here in this first half. That was the final timeout for Palestine. I was thinking they had one more, but no. So Coach Reyes does not keep them in the pocket. Might as well. Can't keep them for next half, so might as well use them if you got them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely right.
Will be interesting to see if they bring Price out here. They get real deep into this clock. From what I understand, he's got the stronger of the two arms. Cook does a good job making sure or realizing that everybody's not set correctly. Stirs the offense. Now he is ready. Surveys, goes down the middle. Going to find Martin, who's going to be stuck right at about midfield there by number 5, Noah Romero. But going to be another chunk play.
12-yard pickup there on that pass.
So Cook, again, surveying, going to just launch one deep. Romero might have the best chance at it, and that was nowhere near any Palestine receiver. Romero, as I said, closest to it, but still a little bit over his head as well. So second down, still a full 10 yards to go and only 26 seconds to work with. See if Coach Reyes keeps trying to throw one deep here or try and move a little bit. Again, with no timeouts for the guys in white, makes it a little bit more difficult to navigate. So Cook waiting. High snap again. Rolling left, trying to find somewhere, going to keep it himself. He goes down inbounds, so that, yep, okay. So that is going to keep the clock running. Palestine going to get set really quickly. I wonder if they're going to, no, that's third. I couldn't even get the words out quick enough. That's exactly what I was going to say. I wonder if they're going to stop the clock, but fourth down, okay, you only have 6 seconds now to look over. So, yeah, that pretty much just preserves you one Hail Mary shot here. Again, probably if you're a Palestine faithful, you would have wanted to see Cook go ahead and continue towards the sideline and get that clock stopped. Didn't have to waste that third down play. But, again, just a sophomore, still learning back there. Snap is, oof. All right, we got a flag, but that was, again, not a great snap. And going to be illegal formation, I believe.
False start on the offense is the call.
Caught the back half of that, the hand call there, so appreciate that. So that'll put them back close again to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 9, but again, with only 4 seconds left here in the half, that doesn't really mean anything. Just got to make sure if you are a Panther not to let anybody get back behind you. So Romero playing pretty deep here, right at about 15 yards back. They add a couple of seconds back onto the clock here. So 6 seconds on the clock. All right, here we go. Cook takes the ball, surveying, going left, and is just going to have to step out. Nowhere to go with the ball, and that is the way the first half will end. So, JD, we've had a pretty exciting first half of football here so far.
Oh, absolutely.
It has been a fun one, and it looks like, well, they've only got 15 minutes on the clock for halftime. Unless they're splitting it up here. Normally we see 28, so a little concerning. But anyway, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's just go ahead and get into our player interview here. Again, we're going to get back as quickly as we can so that way we can get you all the band and all that kind of good stuff. So let's go ahead and flip it over quickly to our player interview this week with Mr. Wayne.
All right, so Taylor Honey, Cedar Creek Media, sitting down with the man, the myth, the legend, number 4 in your programs. It is Mr. Wayne Langford. Wayne, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, man, doing good. So, well, I guess I introduced you a little bit there, but why don't you go ahead and do a better job of introducing yourself? Tell everybody who you are.
Wayne Langford, go to Mabank High School, play football. I run track, and I like to play video games.
Okay, all right. So as Coach knows, I'm a game nut myself. So tell me what you're playing right now.
Right now, I recently started playing a little bit of Fallout.
Okay, which one?
4.
Okay, gotcha. Kind of a dungeon crawler type. It's kind of a fusion of a shooter and a dungeon crawler together. Fallout's one of the biggest gaming franchise
I just
there is
got
out
a
there.
Black Ops 6 too.
Okay,
That new one.
That's what I'm playing right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. So okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know a whole lot about Fallout. I'm not so much the dungeon crawler type. So what can you tell me about it? Because again, I'm a gamer, but I don't know much about it.
It's really a survival game, kind of. You start out really with basically nothing, and there's a lot of different stuff you can make. So it's kind of hard to understand, but once you get the hang of it, it's definitely a fun game.
Pretty cool. Did you watch the TV show that they made of it?
I didn't even know there was a TV show of it.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, I think it's on like Amazon. It's on one of the streaming platforms. So.
I only played it because I saw it on YouTube a long time ago.
Hey, sure, fair enough. Okay, so what are you thinking about Black Ops 6 then? Are you liking the new Omni movement? Not your thing? What do you think?
I'm liking it. I've really been on the zombies.
Yeah,
that's really what I've been playing.
Yeah, I've been playing Liberty Falls quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so sounds good. All right, so it sounds like we jive in the game department. But what about food? So what kind of foods are you into? You know, maybe a favorite restaurant around town, favorite style of food. Like, what do you?
I'm really a picky eater.
Okay.
So really anything with chicken.
Anything with chicken.
Anything with chicken. That's pretty much about it. Not a huge vegetable guy. I'll eat corn. I'll eat green beans. Other than that, nothing else. I don't really like vegetables.
Okay, so what's your favorite way of having chicken? Like, if it was going to be perfect, like, what are we talking? We talking like wings? We're talking about like chicken breast? We're talking nuggets? Like, what are we talking?
I like wings.
Okay.
I like wings a lot. I like wings a lot.
Okay, so favorite, like, are you a boneless guy? You bone-in?
Bone-in guy.
Bone-in and flavor, like, from any particular place. It doesn't really matter.
I'll go usually 10. I'll do half barbecue, and then I'll go half lemon pepper.
Half barbecue, half lemon pepper. Okay, I like that. Now I don't dislike lemon pepper, you know what I'm saying, but I'm a garlic parmesan guy. I like the stuff that ruins your breath.
Mix it up. I'll mix it up between lemon pepper and garlic parmesan. Okay. I'll mix it up sometimes.
I can appreciate that. Okay. Okay, well, you said that's it. So we got chicken. Can't really. I mean, there's only a few ways to make corn, so I guess I can't. Really.
I like other stuff. Like I like pizza. I like simple stuff, but I like crawfish a lot.
Okay, see, you lost me there. If it comes out the water, I can't do it. If it comes out of the water whatsoever, I cannot.
That's really about it. Other than, I like fish. Okay,
sure,
but crawfish probably about.
You see, it sounds like you're not really picky. You just haven't found the ways that you like everything quite yet.
There's a lot of stuff I try that I don't like. When I go to a fast food restaurant, I get a burger or something. I take everything off of it.
Okay, so just like meat, cheese, bun kind of guy?
Meat, cheese, yep.
Okay.
That's really about it.
I mean, it's respectable, but are
really
like ketchup, mustard, mayo, anything like that? Nothing. Okay. Well, I'm sure his coach is sitting over there. He can if you're going to eat fast food, at least you don't have all the fattening glob stuff on there. So, hey, that's good. Well, all right. Well, what about music? So tell us a little bit about your music taste. Like, what are you into?
I really listen to anything. I have separate playlists for really anything. Listen to rap, country, hip hop, and really all of it.
Okay. Now, Coach knows this is usually the toughest question I ask on a weekly basis. So I like to ask you about the Desert Island 3 songs. So you got an iPod. You can only have 3 songs on this iPod for the rest of your life. What are those 3 songs?
I'm going to go HYFR by Drake.
Okay.
You probably won't know these songs.
Okay, so look, popular misconception. I'm not as old as I look. I'm only 33. So don't get me wrong. I'm way older than you, but I'm still hip. I'm still in there. You know what I mean? I'm kidding.
I'll have to go She Will by Lil Wayne.
Okay.
And then I like Mr. Carter by Lil Wayne.
You see now, Mr. Carter. Now that's back in my day. You know what I mean? Like I remember. I'm pretty sure I caught on with Lil Wayne, like everybody else, around like the Carter 2 era. Like that was. So it was definitely. You're talking my high school era now. You know.
I'm into old rap too.
Okay.
I like old rap a lot.
Okay, got you. Now, I mean, it could be, I guess, one of those 3 songs. But is there like a particular song you like listen to on Fridays or anything before game day?
I actually don't listen to music before a game.
Okay.
I feel like I kind of lose focus in a way.
Okay. So you're literally locked in on the prize, man.
Pretty much, yeah. Focus.
That's awesome. So now I do want to ask you just a little bit about on-the-field things. Now, me and JD, the guy that's up broadcasting with me, we bring up your name quite a lot. there's not a lot of more high motor guys out there. I feel like every time we see you out there, you are just flying around 110%. So just tell us, man, what is it about the mindset, that you think, or what is it about you that just lets you play without limits whatsoever?
Well, going into the game, I know that I just got to relax, do my job, and that's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on my job, and if I'm able to do that, then I know I'll be just fine.
Yeah. Hey, and one other part of your game that we love to see is that you play defensive back, and that a lot of people tend to say that defensive backs, they don't want to go up and make tackles, they don't want to do things like that. Man, you're in there all the time. So what's the mentality there? I mean, are you looking to go hit somebody, or are you just looking to make the play? I mean, what's the mentality when you're out on the field?
Well, I mean, obviously I'm not big or nothing, so I know if I'm going to bring it, come make a tackle, I got to bring it. And that's one big thing I worked on with open field tackling, because I wasn't that good at that last year. But I feel like I got a lot better at that. And my mentality, I just got to come down and make the play. Can't think too hard. Sure. When I got a trigger, I got to go.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, we'll get you out of here on this. So, of course, man, you're a junior. You got another year left here. But what would you say to your senior class? These guys, again, playing their last game here at Panther Stadium. So I know you've looked up to those guys for years, and you've played with those guys for years. So what can you say to your senior class?
Man, it was definitely fun. I don't feel like I got to play with them as much as I would have liked to.
Sure.
But just got to tell them to give it their all this last home game and then the last game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Play with no regrets.
Absolutely, 100%. Well, all right, man, now floor is yours. Anybody you want to shout out, anything you want to say to anybody out there before we end it out?
Just want to say thank you to my teammates and coaches.
Perfect. All right, well, Mr. Wayne, we appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
Barks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doubleKphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Mabank Athletics. All right, and without further ado, let's send you back down field level for the finale of the Palestine Wildcats marching band and, of course, the performance of your Mabank Panthers marching band. We'll be back after the band's performance.
The band is under the direction of Susie Allen, Jordan Sanders, Ben Clymer, Jacob Wellman, and Mr. Jimmy Shelton. Band staff includes James Banks and color guard instructor Laura Lai Michaelwitz. After the conclusion of tonight's halftime performances, the Wildcat Band will travel home in their effort to prepare for the Area C contest tomorrow in Lindale. Good luck to the Mabank Band and all the others competing. A huge thank you to our administration, band boosters, and band parents for their continuous support. Now introducing the shining pride of Mabank High, under the direction of Sadie Martin, Amber Guile, and Isabella Andrews. The Pantherettes will be performing a palm routine to Uma Thurman, choreographed by Miss Sadie Martin. Your Pantherettes are led onto the field by 3rd Lieutenant Sophomore Amelia Williams, 2nd Lieutenant Sophomore Riley Cooper, 1st Lieutenant Senior Julia Kingston, Senior Captain Alexia Rivera, Social Officers are President Zoe Gunter, Vice President Cadence Bauer, Historian Amy Thedford, Chaplain Natalie Morales. Your Pantherette of the Week is Clover Brook, and your Star Dancer of the Week is Natalie Morales.
Senior Night, Panther fans. On October 23rd, our Mabank Panther Band competed in the Region 2 UIL Marching Contest. Our talented musicians earned straight Division I ratings from all judges. Our band performs at UIL Area C Marching Contest tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. in Lindale. Tonight's performance is very important as we go to that competition in the morning. Let's give a huge hand to our Panther Band. Our Panther Band is under the direction of drum majors Charisma Taylor and Elizabeth Welford. Tonight's performance features our competition show, Breaking Darkness, with solos Olivia Bennett, Emily Santora, Casey Hudson, Kalita Brown, Maya Sanchez, Austin Frazier, and Katie Goldman. We dedicate this performance to our 13 senior band students, Emily, Sophia, Charisma, Katie, Casey, Maya, Aiden, Michael, Sammy, Chloe, Madison, and Alan. It's tradition on senior night to announce Band, Bow, and Sweetheart. We are honored to announce Emily Santora as our 2024 Band Sweetheart and Sammy Cantu as our 2024 Band Bow. Our band staff wishes you the very best in all you do. May all of you find and accomplish your most lofty goals. Thank you for your superior example you've shown over the past 4 years. Good luck to you all and Godspeed. Now, home count fans, here's your Panther Band! band is under the direction of Joel White, Brooks Tarkington, Whitney Rutledge, Hannah Pena, Joel Ramirez, Chance Barton, JT Foote, and Paige Sampson. We would like to give a special thanks to our Sean Bolton and the band boosters, Michael Rowland, Dr. Marshall, and our incredibly supportive administrator, and all our Panther Band fans.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation, that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly.
All right, well, terribly sorry there to the UIL. We'll make it up to you at some point, I guess. But we got football here. We got football, JD.
They're back.
So, once again, I'm Taylor Honey.
I'm JD Bird.
And we are Cedar Creek Media. We are so happy to be here with you again on senior night tonight. We have got the second half of action coming up here. Oh, let's go ahead and send it to the right camera view, huh? There we go. All right. So, receiving the second half kickoff was Cam Wilkinson, who did go down.
Gives a little fair catch there, so ball will be moved to the 25, and that is where Mabank's going to start their drive.
Just got an update here from Mr. Tony. It's nothing that's changed for us, but apparently Draylon Spurlock is not playing tonight. Where number 4 for Palestine is Colton Metters. So a little piece of information coming in again. Doesn't really change much for us here so far as the handoff goes up the middle. And not much yard gained there for the Panthers, and that is Mr. Cam Wilkinson starting off. And, the best part about that, actually they're going to say no gain, so no gain by Wilkinson. But the best part about that is the fact that, again, we did see him go down in the first half, but he's out there to get the first carry of the second half. So it tells me he's doing okay.
Tells us he's all right. Quickly down to the line is Mabank here. Pinlan going to take the snap and hand it to Wilkinson on the toss, and he's got some room.
Explosive play there. Gain of 11 yards for the Mabank Panthers.
Not to disagree with you, but a little 12-yard pickup there.
Oh, yeah, it was I was thinking 1 yard from forward. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Sorry, somehow, even though I'm at work, I'm working on other people's technical issues via text message somehow. But that's the way my life goes. I'm the tech guy of my friend group, and except for my best friend Mike. My best friend Mike, he's my tech guy. Whenever I have troubles, I call him, but everybody else seems to want to get a hold of me. All right, Pinlan under center, snap, and fakes it was a reverse there. Linder has it going left side, cuts through a couple of tackles, and ends up making, what are we going to call that, JD? Looks like 8 yards, so 8-yard gain on the play. So that will definitely help out the offense here. We'll bring up second and short, 2 yards to go. On the 45-yard line, their own 45, I should say. So 55 yards left to go to tie this thing up. And again, folks, still have plenty more senior shout-outs, so we'll get to those. Penland this time. Now going to survey. Oh, going to go down. Just not enough time there. That was big number 54, Ethan Thomas, breaking through for the sack. Seen a couple of those so far tonight, and then the one pick that we saw from Penland was due to pressure from the backside, actually being brought down when he was throwing the ball. So it makes things a bit more difficult here. 3rd and 8. Panthers taking a little more time to discuss it as Foote comes in from the sideline, now in the huddle. All right, Penland under center, takes a snap, going to roll to his right, surveying, flips it over, has a completion.
Got him.
It looked like that was 25?
25, Mr. Schreier there.
Second catch of the night, I do believe. The shorter one than the last time, but still enough for a first down. And we'll be at the 49-yard line now, so Mabank just a yard to go to push it across midfield.
Got a nice little drive going for so far here in the 3rd quarter.
Also draining time off the clock. I like that, too. Already ate more than 3 minutes off the clock here in this 3rd quarter. Toss this time to Wilkinson, who
He's
has
got space again.
Oh, stays up after the big hit. Wow, takes a shot and stays on his feet. Keeps it going for another 5 yards. Gives him 11 on the run and a first down. My goodness. What a collision right there.
Hard running there from Mr. Cameron Wilkinson.
So 1st and 10 here, going to be set up on the 39-yard line. So I guess technically that was a 12-yard gain there by Wilkinson. So let's see, McCrossan came in that time with the play. Got Gibbs and McCrossan set out wide. Oh, actually I have Gibbs right on the end of the line here. Handoff goes up the middle.
Noah Romero there on that carry.
Yeah, able to chug forward for about 3 yards. And you know, my 5th grade football coach said one of the smartest things I ever heard on a football field. Said the difference in a game is 1 yard. We need to pick up 3 yards every play. They need to get 2 yards or less every play. If you think about it, you extrapolate that over 4 plays. If you get 3, that's 12. That's enough for a first down. You hold them to 2, that's only 8. That ain't enough for a first down. So, like we were talking about at the beginning of the game, that 1 yard can make a difference. So that 3-yard play there keeps you ahead of the chains. Penland looking deep, has a man.
And he's got it.
And Gibbs again coming down with the catch over the much taller, much more touted Savorian Martin. Gibbs must have heard me talking about the talent down there and said, well, let me show you something here, buddy. Brings it all the way down to the 8-yard line. My goodness. Caden Penland is playing like a man possessed tonight, finding his favorite receiver, Dalen Gibbs, once again. I mean, that's got to be getting close. I mean, what are we got to be over 200 yards here tonight for Penland. Not to put you on the spot there, JD. Don't got to do it right now, but I do want that report sometime.
Got you real quick.
Penland takes a snap, handoff to Linder. Linder finding some room on the right. Able to get past a couple of arm tackles. Not going to be able to pick up much.
Looks like just back at the line of scrimmage there.
That's it. So, yeah, good job. It was assaulted by a couple of Wildcats in the backfield. So, really a good job just to pick up what he did. So 2nd and 7, goal to go for the Panthers. This is Gavin Foote coming off the sideline into the huddle, bringing the play in.
Those passing yards, 130 yards passing for Mr. Penland here tonight.
So getting close, getting close. All right, he's going to have it again. Oh, it was another passing play. Looks like he had Foote, but again going to be taken down on a sack. No time there for the senior quarterback. And that has been the difference in successfully passing or not so far tonight. The offensive line can get the big front of Palestine blocked up. They have done an excellent job of finding the open spots. So now we've got 3rd and 10. Again, goal to go situation. No first down to be had here. Penland takes the snap, hands off, fighting up the middle for looks like a yard. Is going to be Noah Romero. Yes, sir. So we'll be 4th and 9. And I believe we're going to get a Romero field goal here. Yes, we are. So Gavin Foote going to be doing the holding. Romero, of course, on do the kicking here. Be a 26-yard attempt, as you heard from the announcer man. High snap, get it down. Good job there. We know Noah Romero, if he's got a good ball, he's going to hit it through the uprights. But really, MVP of that play right there, number 1, Gavin Foote. Snap was just a little bit high. I believe that was Polk on the snap. It wasn't a bad snap, just a little bit higher. Good job there by Foote, staying concentrated and able to come down with the play. We'll tell you what, JD, real quickly, let's go ahead and take a very, very short break, and we'll be right back right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Barks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
And back to it here. Mabank Athletics YouTube page in presentation with us, Cedar Creek Media. We do appreciate you again all being here, joining us for senior night. Mabank just cut into the lead of Palestine a little bit, 14-10. Now the Wildcats on top as the Romero kick going to be fielded by the front line. That was, again, number 19, Cowan Thomas, able to come up with the ball cleanly. So one more stop here by the Mabank defense could spell some good things for us here, JD. The offense looked like they were clicking along there. Got behind a little bit after the Penland sack, but still able to put 3 points on the board. So got to feel good about the way the drive looked.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, they started that drive back on the 25, so they went the entire distance of the field. Of course, unfortunate not able to punch it into the end zone there for that one, but, hey, able to come away with 3 points on a really solid drive they had.
All right, so the short completion caught behind the line. That was number 13, I believe.
Number 17.
No, 17. Excuse me, number 17, Don Brooks. So he's been a busy man out on the outside so far tonight for the Wildcats. We'll bring up 2nd and 4 here. 2nd and 5, excuse me. Cook again with the able to field the lazy snap and get the handoff back, but having to really concentrate on the snap, but that's enough room there for B.J. Walker to pick up the first down. We've already seen that be troublesome for Palestine a couple of times tonight. Let's see if it comes back to bite him again. 1st and 10 now. Cook again set in the shotgun, takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, rolls right, trying to find somebody, heaves one down deep, trying to find a man in the back corner. It was actually a pretty good throw there to number 13, Jaden Oliver, but Oliver just not quite able to float underneath it. So we'll bring up 2nd down. Excuse me, I keep seeing that as a 3. That's not a 3. That's number 17. That was Brooks again.
No, this one right here is 13. Yes.
I'm telling you, and I joke about my eyes all the time. I'm really not as bad at seeing as I say I am. Really, we need to clean these windows. The glare is what gets me. But anyway,
And I'm thinking maybe we missed a penalty here as they have been backed up 5 yards.
But, even last year whenever I was there on the sideline, something about that white and maroon, I don't know if I've got like some kind of color blindness to it or something, but I found that really difficult to see. Thank goodness I'm a UT Longhorn. All right, snap again to Cook was a little high, handled it, and, there's some space. Nice moves there. Able to get close to the first down yardage unless they say he stepped out.
It looks like that is what they're saying as side judge there. Not walking to where he would have went out of bounds later on. So,
yeah, but still a pretty good effort there by Walker. Able to cut the distance right about in half. Goes from first and 15 to 2nd and 7 now. All right, so men split out on either side here for Palestine. Even spread formation. Throw over to the left side. That is going to be caught by Brooks. He's going to get past the first down mark, past the 30-yard line, up to around the 29. That will be another first down for Palestine. Looks like we've got a bit of a line change coming out. Few out, few in. First down again here for Palestine. Going to stay with that same formation, it looks like. You can hear the wind starting to pick up a little bit outside. Cook slings one over, and what a decking. What a shot there by number 3, Case Holt, another senior. I tell you, sometimes those form tackles look kind of, not great on television. That was a form tackle with some power behind it there from Case Holt. Will stack Palestine up for a full loss of 3 yards, bringing up 2nd and 13 now for the Wildcats. Cook again, waiting, got trips to the left, single man to the right, snap is back, handoff, goes to Walker. Walker fighting through a couple of arm tackles, able to pick up right at about 4 or 5 yards. So we'll bring up now 3rd and 8 with just a couple of minutes remaining here in this third quarter.
So both of these offenses after halftime are coming out kicking in all gears.
Short pass back to Martin. This is the one he scored on last time, able to break one tackle and not get away from the herd of Panthers. Able to bring him back. Actually going to be a loss of a yard on the play. So 4th and 9 now. Let's see what Coach Reyes has planned for his team in this 4th and long situation. I know he was pretty well known for not being much of a punter while he was at Lumberton, and it looks like his reputation will follow him here to Palestine as Cook again going to be set in the backfield. And, it's going to be close. Who are they going to call it on? Saw movement both ways.
Well, I would say considering the stoppage of the play, a lot of times that means the offense was the one that jumped there. Unless there's contact made by the defense, they usually don't call it. So
that's exactly right. But there is a zebra meeting. We haven't seen any of these tonight, but they are huddled up around the 40-yard line, as you see on the far left side of your screen there.
False start on the offense.
So that is what they're going to come up with. So I believe they're going to get number 56 on that one, Ronnie Williams. Just a little bit of a move on the left guard there, and that results in a 5-yard penalty. So now Coach Reyes is going to have another decision as he looks to be not very happy with the call. Looks like he will leave the offense out there. And again, it is getting a little windy out there. You can hear it in our microphone outside, that little bit of a wind noise. That is not anybody talking or anything. That's just wind, so it is picking up. Cook waiting for the ball, gets the snap, going to drop back, surveying, roll out to his left. Got McCullough right on his heels. Oh, he's going to break through. Oh, and he is going to man it up for a first down. Yeah, so they're going to say he got right to the stick. So needed 14, got exactly 14. And, man, nothing much more to say there than sophomore quarterback stepping up, making a big play. Let's see if that's going to be the last play of the quarter if Palestine wants to get going quick here. Looks like they do want to get one more before the end of the third quarter. Snap is back, going to be a handoff. Walker pushing, going to be close to another first down, and he will get right to the stick again. So 2 first downs right at the stick, and that is the way the third quarter is going to end. So Palestine nursing a 4-point advantage, 14-10, but threatening again. Let's go ahead and take another break, and we'll be right back here on the Mabank Athletics YouTube page with Cedar Creek
Mom and
Media.
Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
All right, back to it here, Cedar Creek Media. Let's go ahead and get another one of these senior shout-outs here. So, Pearson Wilkinson, we are so proud of you. Your dedication, resilience, and passion have not only led you to achieve so much, but have also inspired those around you. We have watched you overcome challenges, embrace opportunities, and pour your heart into everything you do. You have a gift for bringing joy to others, and your kindness shines brightly in a world that sometimes needs it most. Your potential is limitless. Remember, God's love is always with you. Keep reaching for the stars, knowing that you have the strength and the heart to make a difference. We love you. Dad, Tasha, Aiden, McKenna, Kaysen, Jackson, and Corbin. So Palestine not able to quite get into the end zone there, JD, huh? Sorry.
No, not quite. Nice 7-yard pickup there from Mr. Cook. But unfortunately, bad news for Mabank on the end of that play, as it is number 5, Noah Romero, on the ground right now.
We have seen him go down with a cramp or two throughout the year and then come back immediately. So Romero is one of the tough as nails Panthers down there. So wouldn't expect him to be too bad down there. But of course, don't want to speculate. But JD, I think you said you had one too.
Yeah, I got quite a few of these left to get through. So first one that I got here to Mr. Caden Polk. There are not enough words for me to express how proud I am of you and the road you have endured to get here. Remember to always keep God first, and everything else will fall into place. I love you dearly and can't wait to see where your next journey will lead you. Lena Bell. And then one more to Mr. Antonio Valencia. Howes is a good son, brother, friend. Even through bad situations, he keeps a smile and finds the bright side, and sometimes not always keeps the teachers on their toes. Happy to be a Panther. Love your family.
All right. So still a few more to go here. We'll get those read out. And then Mr. Foote, if you're out there, I promise I will get yours read. But every time I read yours, for some reason, it makes me feel like I'm cutting onions. So I've been holding that one. For some reason, yours really got me today. It's the handoff this time going to go to Walker. He's going to plow forward. Depends on what they say. And they're going to say he goes down right at the 1-inch line. But, yeah, no, first time I read it this morning, about 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning, boy, it caught me. I don't know why. I don't know what it was, but, man, it caught me. It absolutely did. So we'll be third down. We're going to call it a yard, but it is not a full yard. Palestine looking to extend it out to a double-digit lead here. Cook takes the snap, going to keep it himself, and
able to fall forward.
I'll tell you what, if he wasn't on the 1 foot yard or 1 foot line, he wouldn't have made it in. Didn't get much more than a foot, but that is a touchdown. So Palestine now going up 20-10 with 11 minutes to go, a little under 11 minutes left to go here. Will be again Colt James out to do the extra point kicking, and Rowan Price on to hold. Hit a little bit of a lull here. Everything's been moving so fast. Now here we go. All right, James, kick is good. Everything had been moving so fast.
Yeah.
That field goal took a while to get going there, but it does get through. So now a 21-10 lead here for the Palestine Wildcats. I'll tell you what, JD, let's take a look at some of the scores from around the area here, something I have been sorely missing so far tonight. Chapel Hill holding a 21-7 lead in the third quarter. Lindale has broke a scoreless tie with Longview Pine Tree. That one's 7-0 in the fourth quarter, so a defensive battle going on over there. Athens is nursing a 21-20 lead at halftime over Center. Ferris 49, Kemp 7, that one in the third quarter. Mineola 35, Eustis 7, that one at halftime. Malakoff 56, Mount Vernon nothing, that's in the third quarter. Fourth quarter action here, Palestine Westwood 48, Fairfield 39. A little bit of bad blood between those two teams this week, JD. Kearns holding on to a final. Kearns able to knock off Cayuga 20-13, and Mount Calm 45s Trinidad 67-20. Of course, 6-man game there. So if you're not familiar with the 6-man football game, if any team goes up by 45 points at any point during the second half, the game is immediately called over. So James's kick going to be high and caught. Foot trying to find somewhere to work, makes one man miss. That was the young man wearing number 4 we were talking about just a bit ago. Phone's almost dead. I'm trying to hold on to that last 2%. So apologize there. But it will give the Panthers pretty decent starting field position here at the 31.
Last time out, we saw them get all the way down the field and put up 3 on the board. This time, let's see if they can get in there and cross that plane to get the 6.
Going to be
bad way to start
flag.
It, though, is that's going to be a false start right there on Mabank.
All right, well, JD, I'm going to go ahead and get this done because, again, I don't know how it's going to hit me when I read this. So, again, just know that the number in this is a little bit different now. If I would have read it right at the beginning of the game, it would have been correct. But this is to Blaine Foote. So, Blaine, you are an amazing young man. You have 96 minutes left of every little boy's dreams to play under those lights on Friday night. Leave it all on the field with no regret. I'm going to miss nights like these. Love, Dad, and Dadgummit, the onions are back. Okay. All right, so Penland trying to find somewhere, just hucks one deep in the area of Gibbs. Think Gibbs might have had a chance at it, but had to take a peek as he had 2 or 3 different Wildcats right on him. So he had to kind of look at where he was at, not able to bring in the catch. Looks like Palestine, a little confusion on the defense, but was okay. So now 2nd and 15 here for the Panthers. It's going to be a toss this time to Wilkinson. Wilkinson finding some space on the left side.
Nice run in there.
Yeah, gets back past the original line of scrimmage all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So 34. So they're going to call it 34. So we will call it a gain of 8 there on the play. So announcer man literally took the words right out of my mouth before I said them. 7 yards to go here for the first down. And again, trailing 21-10 with 10 minutes left to go. This looks to be 2-down territory for the Panthers. And
oh, no.
Ball's out. Ball never cleanly got in the hands of Caden Penland, and it looks like the Wildcats Mabank able to fall back on top of it. But now going to be a punting situation deep in their own. Well, they're actually going to say no loss, so I guess I was just wrong altogether. Hudson not liking the positioning here, and I totally get it, deep in your own territory. Are running close on time, though, so going to have to start making some plays here pretty quickly. All right, good snap. The good Reverend sends one way up high. Bounces and kind of die. Oh, got to get on it. Couple of Panthers close, but it ends up rolling back an extra 3 or 4 yards before Quint is able to jump on top of it. So I'm going to go ahead and read my last one here, JD, that I've got. It's also to Mr. Blaine Foote. This is from his mother. You have been so fun to watch over the years. I'm going to miss Friday nights without you on the field. You will never get back this time, so go make memories on that field with your brothers one last time. Play your heart out tonight and don't hold anything back. Good luck. I love you, Mom. Man, even going to be that much more difficult for the Foote clan as their next one, Mr. Gavin, will be a senior next year, so they got to do this 2 years in a row.
Not easy.
All right, so here come the Wildcats. High snap handled, handoff. Going to go to number 14 that time.
Is not on our roster here.
Okay, now I'm going to use my deductive reasoning skills for the fact he's not on the roster. Draylon Spurlock is number 4, and that looks to be about the build of Draylon Spurlock down there. So, again, can't swear to it, but I'm going to assume that was Draylon Spurlock on the 1-yard loss. And, again, can't let him get into open space. If he is in open space, you will not catch him.
And false start on Mr. Spurlock right there as he got a little jumpy.
That is exactly what I saw, too. Palestine obviously loves this little RPO play. That time not going to work out in their favor. 2nd and 16 now. More importantly, stopping the clock, at least for the time being. Now here they run it again. But anytime you can get the clock stopped and get a little breather for your defense right now is a win in your book. So, again, 2nd and 16. Cook, waiting for the ball. Now throws right. Pass off target, a little to the left there. Trying to adjust and come catch it was Cooper Perry, but not able to hold on to the ball. So it was a pretty good job of adjusting to it, getting the ball in his midsection, but not able to hang on. Bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 16 if we want to be exact. Cook got 2 men on either side, takes the snap, going to roll right, looking, pushes one across, and again, that time going to be just slightly behind Cooper Perry.
We got a flag over here on this side of the field, though.
Yeah, it should have been caught by Perry, but it might turn out to be even that much worse. And that's going to be a chop block called against Palestine. So that is going to be a massive penalty. And that is going to put Palestine back, I believe.
Right there, Coach Hudson declines this one.
Oh, he declined the penalty.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and force the down here. I believe that brings up 4th.
That does. Okay, so I like the call here. To be honest with you, I didn't realize that would let the penalty stand or the play stand. Thought that would have been an automatic no play. That is why I sit in the booth and he is down there with his feet in the grass. So it is going to be Colt James back to punt. I believe this is the first punt we've seen from Palestine.
It is
tonight.
the first one from Palestine. Good snap for him. High booming punt.
Yeah. Going to be muffed, Foote, and that's going to be a automatic turnover there. As Gavin Foote not quite able to hang on to the ball, and the Wildcats will fall back on top of it. So it ends up being basically a big offensive play there for Palestine. Flip the ball all the way inside the Mabank 40-yard line. And that's not necessarily what you needed there, JD.
No, that is far from what you needed right there. Got another one of these quick shout-outs here to Landon Hunsacker. We are so proud of you, son, and can't wait to see where you go in life. Keep being yourself and follow your dreams. Love, Dad and Misty.
All right, so Cook again going to be setting the shotgun, takes a snap. Handoff is to Walker. Walker fighting through a couple of tackles, able to push forward for about 3 yards, we'll call it. 2 yards, excuse me, on the play. My defense, he's got a pair of binoculars over there. I need to buy one of those for myself.
Mr. Walker with 70 yards on the night on 16 carries.
That's it. It feels like he has had the ball in his hands all night.
He has had the ball in his hands a lot, but not a whole lot of yardage coming out of it. Very short gains that he's had tonight.
Well,
and right here, he's going to break one right after I said something.
Said, well, he's going to change it. Needed 8, got 9. So got 10 out of the play. So 10-yard pickup and a first down for the Wildcats. And if they can go down and score here, that would be pretty close to putting the writing on the wall there, JD.
Yeah, it's time for one of those good Mabank defensive stands right now. Just to be able to keep themselves alive in this one.
Panther band trying to give a little motivation to their guys as Cook slings one out to the right. And pretty good play there. Looks like that was number 23, Cannon Fussell, able to kind of herk-a-jerk around a little bit. Was that number... He called number 22, so maybe that's number 22, C.J. Jones. It's one of the two. It is definitely one of the two.
I'm thinking maybe Jones, because Jones is labeled as a wide receiver.
Well, that would probably make sense there, J.D. Detective Bird. Ooh, like that bass or that drum line thing they got going on down there. Is this going to be a handoff again? Uh-oh. That could be a penalty, but no. And
man, Walker just going through the entire team right now.
Reminiscent of the Beastquake run there from the big Seattle versus New Orleans football game. I don't know, what was it, like 10 years ago, 11 years ago, something like that?
It's been a hot minute now.
Yeah, but man, that just kind of shades of Marshawn Lynch there for Walker, just throwing defenders off of him. Not much gained, only a couple of yards, or a yard, but very impressive yard to get.
3 yards there for Mr. Walker.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. They were behind the line. I apologize. Going to be another false start called here against the Wildcats. So it has definitely not been the cleanest game from either side tonight. So 3rd down, 14 yards to go. Again, Palestine looking to tack on a little lanyap here. Would put this thing most likely out of reach. So motion. Oh, wow.
Ooh,
great job by
snap.
Cook. Yeah, to just be able to bring it down.
Flag comes out on the other side of the field. Cook staying on his feet, too.
I almost wonder if that's going to be illegal formation, as the running back did look like he was on his route before the ball was snapped.
And it looks like once again Cook has down on the field.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait to see what the penalty is called after they look at the sophomore quarterback here. Again, gone down a couple of times so far tonight. Tell he is a warrior of a young man, able to get up, keep going. If he is not able to complete this one, the junior linebacker / quarterback, Rowan Price, would come in to relieve it. But if I'm being honest with you, if I'm Coach Reyes and Cook is going to be my starter from now on, I'd probably go ahead and bring Price in on this one anyway.
Got another one of these senior shout-outs to Julia. We are so blessed to be your parents. God sent you to us, and you've made us so proud. Your soul is golden, and your future bright. My love, we will always be with you. Here's to the next chapter in your life, Mom and Dad.
How many more you got left?
I got one more for our boy, Mr. Noah Romero. Hey there, number 5. This is a shout-out from your family and fans. Noah, it is a joy to watch you do what you love. You compete with such passion. We could not be any prouder to cheer you on loudly every week. Go lead your brothers into battle tonight. We love you. Go number 5 and go Panthers. Miss Romero is a teacher at MHS and is sick. Wish her better.
Yeah, that should have warned you about that. That was my note, honey. My bad. But yes,
maybe I should have pre-read that one instead of just going in.
No, but Miss Romero, she is a teacher here at the school, and she said she wasn't feeling great today. So hope she is feeling better. I'm sure she's out there in the stands, even if she's not feeling great. Look, we've got a Colt James field goal attempt. It is gonna squirrel its way, but little far out, so not quite able to knock it through there for Mr. Colt James. So we'll remain an 11-point lead. And look, that is a big deal here, JD. With only 5 minutes left to go, you are able to keep Palestine out of the end zone, keep this at a 2-score game. Get a touchdown, 2-point conversion, send Noah Romero out there to kick a field goal. I mean, you are right into this thing. I mean, you're locked up with them. So still a lot of football left to go here. 5 minutes left on the clock in a couple of ticks. Looks like we're going to go to the spread formation here, and let's see who they're going to call. I think they're going to get a false start.
Defense there, I believe.
The left tackle. It's the only thing I'm worried about.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
I couldn't quite tell if that was Brager over there. But the left side of that line just not able to hold the water down there.
Not a great way to start the drive for them. Let's see if they can get themselves back into this one now.
So 1st and 15, going to be working from the spread. Got trips to the left, low snap. Heaves one down. Ooh. Not probably the most advised throw there for Caden Penland, but when you're down and it's late into the ball game, you just got to start pushing it a little bit. Was looking for Linder on that, but not quite able to get the completion. So still leaves 5 minutes on the clock. Only took 7 seconds off, so 5:01 remaining here in the ball game. So still working out of the shotgun here is Penland. Takes the snap. Going to be, okay, we like this play. There's Wheeler Ranford on that little reverse play. We saw that a lot at the beginning of the season. Was very successful for the Panthers, but of course they switched their play style back to the slot T, and that kind of eliminated that play. So first we've seen it in a while, and it does work out. We'll bring up now 3rd and 9 after the 6-yard pickup for Ranford.
Yeah, that right there, Ranford's first touch of the game. Surprised to not see him a little more active in this one.
Short pass goes to Gibbs, who's going to get close to first down yardage. Needed 9. Looks like he was able to come up with 8. So it will be now 4th down and 1. Would imagine the offense stays out there. They do. Looks like they're going to send in a couple of bigger bodies in Boston Hand and I want to say that was Schreier. Yeah, so Hand and Schreier both coming into the ball game. Gavin Foote also coming off the sideline into the ball game. Going to be back under center here for this 4th and 1. Going to be a handoff right up the middle to Ranford. Ranford able to pick up 4 there. And that will be plenty for another Mabank first down. Does keep the clock ticking now. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the ball game. See if we get another bomb here from Penland. As they will go back into the spread. Got trips right, single to the left. Penland surveying, going to have to step up to the pocket and can't get away. That is another sack there. That time, think that was number 56. It is. That is Ronnie Williams. Two-way line stud for Palestine. We'll now bring up 2nd and 14. We do have officials timeout as we do have somebody down on the ground. Oh, it's Penland.
Penland. He came down a little awkward with that tackle.
So starting quarterback here down on the turf. We'll tell you what, while they're checking him out, let's step away for a second, JD, take a short break. We'll be right back right after this here on Cedar Creek Media.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. And parents, don't forget that homecoming is September 20th, so book with Double K today before spots run out. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doubleKphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials.
All right, so as you see, Penland needing a little assistance to get off the sideline. We'll be wishing a quick and speedy recovery for him. Looks like.
I believe that means Mr. Linder. I'm going to come into this one, Mr. Braden Linder.
That's who we've seen back there before, and it looks like we will see him once again.
They're going to open up in the spread here now with him.
Now, of course, he is a threat to run the ball as well. It looks like he thought about it that time, but has 3 white jerseys converge right on him. Looks like going to be taken down that time by number 21, Kason Applewhite. So it will now be 3rd and even longer. 16 yards to go to pick up the first down here for the Panthers. Linder going to be set in the shotgun. Got trips left, single to the right, looking, rolling to his left. Fakes the throw and going to take off up the middle.
He's got some space there. Nice little running from Mr. Linder there on that one.
Yeah, so he's going to pick up right at about, I believe, 12 yards. Okay, they're going to give him 11. So 11 yards on the carry. So we'll bring up now 4th and 5. It looks like there is some beef coming on the field here. Number 71, Landon Hudson, coming in to fill in on the offensive line here. Man in motion is Foot. They're going to hand it to Foot. He has some space. Able to,
great job.
Great job able to pick up the first down, but there was so much more to be had. He had, unfortunately, clipped legs with one of his fellow players. That might have been a house call, but, hey, I'll take the first down. I am happy for it. So right at midfield here, under 2 minutes to go. So Mabank going to be in the hurry up here. Snap is back to Linder.
Oh, no.
Oh, gets his foot caught in the turf before he is able to make a play on the ball. So snap came back about 90-0. Wasn't quite ready for it, I don't believe. So that will be a setback of 5 yards here for the Panthers. Still had 3 timeouts in the back pocket here. Wonder if we're going to see him go ahead and unleash those.
I'm surprised we haven't already seen some of those come out. Down to minute 20 here.
So, again, Linder having to fill in for the injured Penland. Going to hand off. Oh, no, it's a flip, so it was a tricky play there. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out as the ball kind of floated in the air for a good while, but does end up in the hands of Foot. So no gain. We'll bring up 3rd and will still be 15 yards to go here. Under a minute as well to go here, right at 45 seconds. Clock continues to move. Linder trying to muster one more scoring drive here for his Panthers. Surveying, looks, throws, completes it to Foot.
Got it.
And Foot going to fight close to first down territory. Going to pick up 11 yards on the play there. So I believe that's the first passing yards we have for Braden Linder for the year. He's thrown a few passes, but if you notice, JD, he is not wearing his receiver gloves down there. Last time we saw him play quarterback, he had some issues throwing the ball. Obviously, looks like it's because of the gloves. So one last play here. Linder going to roll out to the left is, it's actually going to leave enough time on the clock for one more. Had number 8 there, Cesar Salas, burning in. So going to be probably just a heave here if Mabank decides to do anything. So they're just going to go ahead and run the clock here, I guess, with 1 second, and that will be the final play of the ball game. Not entirely sure what happened there. Definitely had 1 second left on the clock. They allowed it to just go ahead and be ran off, and that's the way it ends. So a little bit of a unceremonial ending there, JD.
Yeah, not the way you wanted it to end, but
no,
the end nonetheless.
It ends nonetheless. Well, JD, we've got one game left next week, but this is the last Friday night football game for us for the year. Next week we'll be in Kilgore taking on the top-rated Kilgore Bulldogs. And that game's going to be on Thursday. So going to be a different day and a different time. So we'll be next Thursday, 7 o'clock kickoff for that one. So, again, we're not really, to be honest with you, we're not really sure what version of Carthage we're going to get next week, JD. As we said, they are, I believe they're still ranked number 1 in 4A. I think they are. So they're the bee's knees. Them and Carthage are kind of always seen as the top dogs, not even in East Texas, but in the 4A ranks across the state. So definitely got a big test next week, but their season right now, they're not perfect. They did lose one game, but they're sitting pretty for going into the playoffs. So not sure if they're going to be resting some kids next week, if they're going to bring out full power. We're really not 100% what we're going to get, but we do know we got one ball game left. We do know it has been an honor to sit here in this booth. We mentioned it earlier in the year, but I do want to just mention it here again, as this will be our last time sitting here for at least a few months, JD. The Mabank coaching staff, Mabank ISD, they went above and beyond for me and you this year. Anybody that's been here in the press box, if you're looking from field level up to the press box, traditionally media was put all the way into the right, but the right side of the press box here. But with the new scoreboard coming out and everything this year, Mabank filled that room with equipment. There was any room for us. The coaching staff very selflessly gave up one of their boxes. So traditionally, I believe defensive coaches were in here, offensive coaches were on the other side. But they said, they wanted to have this as a part of what they did. And so they were willing to give us a box somewhere that we could do our work. So they adjusted. They have less coaches up in the box. They have more coaches down on the sidelines. They've done things. They've made concessions for us this year that I don't know that a lot of teams, frankly, would do. So to the coaching staff, to Mabank ISD, to Principal Rowland, to Superintendent Marshall, everybody that's been a part of helping us become the broadcast system for the Mabank Panthers, we can't thank you enough. It's been an honor to get to be here for 5 games at Panther Stadium. It was an honor getting to, it's been a bit of a journey here, JD. As it's senior night, I guess it's got me a little reflexive here, It was a journey. As you know, it was a journey through the beginning of the year, going from one system going into another one, coming here to YouTube where we can bring it to a larger audience at a better price point with a better product, those kind of things. We think the world of this place. We can't thank you out there that have watched us enough. We're averaging close to 800 views per game. A couple of games we've had have gotten over 1,000 views. I think we've had like 1.1, 1.2 thousand views over a couple of games. So it's shown us that y'all want us to be here. So to everybody that's out there listening, to the coaching staff, again, to the ISD itself, to everybody that's a part of Mabank, we really appreciate y'all including us and bringing us into the family here. You definitely didn't have to do that, but what you did, it definitely made us Panthers. Or at least I'll speak for myself. It made me a Panther for life, so I definitely appreciate you guys. And not to put you on the spot here, JD, but anything you want to say or anything?
No, man, just like you were saying, just appreciative to the opportunity that we've been given to come here and cover this team. Fantastic last game that these seniors got to play on this field. Of course, scoreboard didn't turn out the way that you would want it to. That field tonight, knowing that you really did play one of your better games of the year. It was honestly it was so much fun to watch Penland really open it up tonight.
Yeah.
138 yards is what he ended with. Let me quickly count So 8 completions on 13 attempts, a touchdown, 138 yards for him, and only 1 interception. So, I mean, just phenomenal playing tonight. Gibbs, another senior, 4 catches for 84 yards that he had. So they really came out here and they had a good time, and they were able to get these seniors kind of a lot of that last kind of showing for them here on this field. And I think they can definitely be proud of the way that they're leaving this field here tonight. Again, the scoreboard didn't come out the way that you wanted it to. But as far as the way you played, you can't say that you lost because you didn't play good. So it's one of those things where, unfortunately, you lost. But, I mean, you absolutely had a killer game.
Yeah, we saw the best performances of the year from several people, from several of these seniors. You could tell this was something that really mattered to them tonight. And as you said, unfortunately, doesn't go the right way on the scoreboard. But from sitting here watching these guys, from the growth they've had from the beginning of the season to where they are now, it's been incredible to watch. And I mean, if you think about, they learned 2 different offense. I mean, I know one was traditional here, but going through 2 different offensive systems, having to change things here and there, just being completely moldable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even beyond the football field, every time I've had a chance to talk to any one of these guys, whether doing player interviews or just sitting around, getting to interact with them or whatever, it has surprised me just how great of young men they are.
Real class acts.
Real class acts. I mean, every time I went to do one of these player interviews, it's handshakes, how you doing, sir? I had to tell them to quit calling me sir. So, you know, it's just, it really is, and I don't mean to just keep rambling on here, but again, for myself, after spending years here in Mabank, this is where I started my football calling journey, was here in Mabank, then leaving to go do technology in the oil field. Terrible. So going to do technology for a couple of years, coming back, going to a newspaper, which is something I loved the experience, but I wouldn't do it again. Newspaper wasn't exactly my thing. So just having a home, somewhere I can call home, and just throw in the fact that it's already was home for me because I've been here before. It was just a big deal to me. So, again, from the bottom of my heart, looking you in the eyes, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. We do appreciate you. So, again, next week we're going to be in Kilgore, be the last game of the year, will be the last road game of the year, and we will be right here on this same Mabank Athletics channel. But, again, 7 o'clock next Thursday means pregame will be right at about 6:30. So, all right, well, JD, any final words tonight?
That's all I got, man.
Sounds good. Well, that's all I got, too. So, again, folks, thank you all for being here, hanging out with us tonight. Final score was, 21 to 10, right? 21 to 10. They took it off the scoreboard, and, I have got a terrible memory. All right, well, we will talk to you next week. Bye, folks.
This concludes tonight's broadcast on Cedar Creek Media. Thank you for watching. We hope you'll join us again soon.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.